'Cause it's Jim and Sam, Sirius 103. Yeah, it's Jim and Sam, laugh along with me. 'Cause it's Jim and Sam, such hilarity. Come on, let's start the show. It's Jim and Sam. Sam, Jim and 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 Sam.
I have to, have bad news. I have to cancel the gig. My Tehran Improv the day has been moved.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know. And a lot of downloads around.
Well, that's your crowd.
Yeah. By the way, where's this Bill Clinton, Ghislaine Maxwell photo, or Ghislaine Maxwell? Where's that picture? I couldn't.
They're saying it exists. I didn't see the photo.
Oh.
They're saying there is a photo of Ghislaine Maxwell, who is, of course,
Good girl?
the late... Well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
The late Jeffrey Epstein's... Not his wife, right? His girlfriend or whatever?
Yeah.
Also, she apparently... It would appear she helped sex traffic in young girls for him. It would appear that way. Apparently, there's a picture of... Oh, there he is. That's the Lolita Express, huh? There's a picture of Bill Clinton, Ghislaine Maxwell, and they are side by side. Bill has his hand on Ghislaine's shoulder.
You know how mad I'd be if I was in that picture? It was so blurry. You know how fucking mad I'd be if I was her?
I think maybe in the immediate, yeah, I could see that. I think today, that's probably not her biggest concern in the world.
No.
You know, she's probably thinking to herself,
It's a terrible
what is it with me
picture.
and these goddamn cameras? Why do I keep taking photos? This is a terrible idea. But there he is, hand on the shoulder of Ghislaine Maxwell, right at the door, ready to hop on board to the Lolita Express.
Where's the girl? They said there's a girl.
Appears to be a fun weekend.
Yeah, it's a terrible picture. I see.
Oh, boy.
Wow, Bill Clinton met a lot
Takes
of
pictures
people.
with.
There's a picture with his arm around, could you go back, arm around Epstein's private masseuse.
You know how mad Hillary is? The fact that now this is the picture going around with
What, because
Prince Andrew's picture?
What, because he got a massage? Private masseuse.
Well, I'm just saying the picture.
That doesn't.
Who's that?
That's Bill.
Bill.
That is Bill.
Yeah.
He's on board.
Huffing on a stogie.
How about
Smoking a stogie. How's that,
What's
huh?
that behind him?
Dead body.
I don't know.
Is that a
I
bed?
mean, I don't know if that's what that is. It could. I mean, I guess it's a theory.
Is that a bed?
It looks like
what a comfortable plane. I know
well,
I'm missing the point of the entire thing, but I'm like, the picture's blurry. The plane is no good. Let me see. Go up a little bit, Troy, if I can read that. Chomps on a cigar. Oh.
on board Epstein's luxurious private jet. Why did they call it the Lolita Express? What happened with the? It's based on the movie Lolita, right? What is that? Pedophile stuff?
I would assume that is why people are calling it that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not.
And they
the-
said Clinton was a perfect gentleman on the flight.
Oh, perfect.
The girl said, she said there was no, the masseuse who's bashing Epstein said there was no improper behavior.
Well, there you go.
And that he was a complete gentleman the entire time.
Ah.
So they're just lumping him in for no reason. Is that Spacey?
Well, I didn't say no reason. I would say when there's a former president
No. I mean,
and a
like,
photo of Ghislaine Maxwell in front of the plane that
yeah.
allegedly drove people to Pedophile Island. It is at least a story, but
I should say they're lumping him in with because we know why they're doing it. Like, if there's anything there, there's something there. But she's like, yeah, there was nothing.
right. That should be.
Why would they show a picture of him and her if there's nothing there?
The headline should be "There's nothing here."
There's nothing here,
according to the person who's accusing everybody.
The relationship was weird, though. Epstein and Clinton. I mean, I can't believe there wasn't a bigger deal over that portrait he has in his.
I know.
Well, where Clinton's in women's underpants. Was
yeah,
that?
But, yeah, but it's not even just like a small little like. Sketch.
No,
it's like a huge portrait.
There's a giant. There is a giant oil painting of Bill Clinton wearing women's lingerie in Jeffrey Epstein's house. Yeah, no, that is odd.
There's a weird. She said we were told to wear pilot outfits.
Who said that?
The girl, the masseuse. You just go back down, Troy,
Yeah,
please.
going back up. Here you go.
No, the other
Right
way.
here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Shantae Davis said that, or Davies said that she was made to wear a pilot's uniform to appear professional.
Oh, I see. So people would be like, "Oh, that must be the pilot, that teenage girl."
Yeah, that's a 15-year-old pilot.
Hey, what's that 15-year-old girl doing on the plane? Oh, I didn't notice her shirt. She's the pilot.
No one has said that Clinton did anything wrong. Is there anyone saying? I don't think anyone is saying Trump did anything wrong or Clinton.
No, I don't know of any accusers that have come forward and said anything about Trump or Clinton. It has been very Prince Andrew, not the same story. Prince Andrew, there
Has
have been
anything been
stories
said about him? I haven't heard.
Yes. Unfortunately for Prince Andrew, there have been stories, and he has been sort of kicked out of the royal family. But no direct accusations about Clinton or Trump. Just that, when it comes to Epstein, we learn about guilt by association.
He's very red-faced, Clinton.
He is.
It's like rosacea.
He's got rosacea. Like when you go down, it looks like they show him sit there in this African trip.
That was before he had his heart problems and everything, when he had to get healthy. That was back when he was, maybe having a couple cocktails, having a couple Big Macs, having fun.
Or
Yeah.
sunburn.
Could have been.
Yeah, maybe.
Where would he have gotten the sunburn?
Well, maybe on Epstein's Island.
It could be, right?
Why are they beeping out the woman's face singing a song? You know how mad she probably is? Like, that's me.
Well, I don't think that's a beep. I think it's a blur.
Yeah, blur. Yeah, but why are they blurring out her face? I would hate that.
I guess because she didn't give permission and maybe as a potential victim. I don't know. Or maybe they just couldn't find her to get permission. That's probably more
you don't
likely.
need permission to show someone's face in a picture. Like, she's publicly performing.
I don't know if that's public either.
She's still singing. Oh, yeah, it's insane. But you're still singing in front of a group of people.
It also, I think that it's standard when you don't get permission to have somebody that's not associated with this.
Right.
You know what I mean? To lump her into that photo.
Be
It
funny
makes
if
her
everybody
a
got mad
news
at her.
item.
Remember?
Yeah. What are you
Singing for
singing
this
about?
man who was friends with?
Yeah, we learn about guilt by association at a very young age. You're not supposed to hang out with bad kids
Yeah,
because
bad crowd.
when the bad crowd gets in trouble, even if you didn't do anything, still, you would think, even if Bill Clinton didn't actually do anything, you would think he would know it's a bad idea. And Trump too. You would think that they would know it's a bad idea to get on the Lolita Express.
That's a good sized private jet, too. That's not
It is.
right. That's
No, it's
not
a
a
big one.
tiny plane. I've only been on one private plane in my life, and it was small. It
Well,
was
here's the thing
in
about Jeffrey
Toronto.
Epstein. He's very rich, and a lot of people don't realize that. He had a lot of money.
He did have a lot of money, and he really liked to fly in a comfortable plane.
He did. He liked to. Yeah, this isn't one of those private planes where the ceiling's low, and there's 5 seats on the whole thing.
Yeah, this is one where it looked like I showed that picture of Clinton on the plane. It looks like
Yeah.
there's a bed behind him.
Bill has room to spread out on the plane. You could bring a former president of the United States on that plane and really let him be comfortable.
Is that a bed behind him?
Looks like it.
No, I mean like the white stuff, the white sheets.
It looks like like the chair probably folds out into a bed. Yeah,
like what is all that white? Oh,
it probably folds out into a bed, and that's the blanket.
Oh yeah, it looks like bedding, right? It
Yeah,
looks
it
like
definitely looks like
a
bedding.
okay.
Yes.
Comforter.
a
Yes.
comforter.
A duvet.
Yeah.
It's a duvet.
It's probably a nice one too. I'm sure you can, with his money, buy a nice duvet.
I
I'm
bet,
sure
but
it's
I
comfortable.
bet it's washable. I bet it's very washable. Not one of those that you have to take in for dry cleaning. You know what I mean? No, we'll go ahead and wash that right here. We'll take care of
It's
that
got the
ourselves.
president's DNA on it.
Yeah, well, who
Well,
knows?
we don't know.
He might have drooled on it, you're saying, when he slept.
Yes.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Or maybe he dribbles a little.
Yeah, you don't know. Who knows? It's the point is it's theories.
What's the next photo down?
Let's see.
Oh, it's just that one.
Yeah, just
Okay.
singing, having a song sung to him. I don't think Prince Andrew would be psyched that they have to throw Prince Andrew's photo back into the article. We all saw it,
Yeah, he's probably like, well, they got mine already. Why do they keep doing it?
Yeah. Oh, good. Finally, an article about Clinton. Oh, damn it. There's mine.
Although Prince Andrew's probably happy to see him getting
Yeah, but I
mentioned
don't.
too.
He probably is happy.
What about him?
But he was probably happier when he thought it was just about him, not. By the way, the reason we know this girl is problematic is because remember the Prince Andrew stuff?
I bet you every time that they
I was getting pizza.
he wants to point every time something happens. He probably wants to go, him too. Him too. What about him?
You think his attorneys, Prince Andrew's royal attorneys, have sat him down and say, he also did it is not a defense,
Yeah,
Prince
yeah,
Andrew.
yeah.
You can't say
She
that.
said that you had sex with. Yeah, him too though.
No, you can't. No.
He did it too.
How many mock interviews do you think they went through with Prince Andrew?
Uh,
What about Clinton? No.
He did the same thing, even more. What's the 16 photos? There's 16 photos there, or is that the whole article? No, it's in the corner there. The picture on the plane. The little 16. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think you can just.
Oh, it's a nice slideshow.
That's nice.
And look who's incorporated into the slideshow.
Yeah.
We got a nice clear shot of Prince Andrew. No blur there, is there?
No, there's photoshopped his hand.
Yeah, his hand is redder.
Wow. We don't know if it's Photoshop, but we
Yes.
don't know if it's not Photoshop.
But we know he takes very few photos.
Right, and he doesn't know if that's his hand. That's unconfirmed.
And
I mean,
Spacey.
So
Clinton photographed with 2 pedophiles is not a good thing.
Well, Kevin Spacey's also accused.
Yeah, and he'd be such a big actor. What year is
It
that?
says Kevin Spacey was also on the trip with Bill Clinton. There is no suggestion he knew about Epstein's crimes.
What is
I mean, I could suggest that he might have.
what's happening? What are they looking at? Like free watches or something?
Probably. It looks like I don't know if they're either in a store, maybe they're in a jewelry store,
Jewelry.
or it's one of those like they do at the award shows. When
How
they let
happy does
famous
he look?
people go into a room and just
And
pick
pick
out free
stuff.
things.
How
Remember
happy?
when Chris Maltasanti found out?
I just watched that one again. Hey, Ben Kingsley, you're so obnoxious. How fucking happy does he look to be hanging out with? Like, that's how I would look. Like, he's distracted
Mm-hmm.
because he's like, Clinton's right here, Clinton's right here, Clinton's right. What year is this? Like 2003, maybe?
Who knows? There's so many trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that Kevin Spacey is locking eyes on something else, so he doesn't look next to him. He just wants to stare at the fact that Bill Clinton's next to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, make sure you get a picture with Clinton.
Yeah.
Make sure you get one.
Yeah, went in the background, and Clinton's like, I'm not really trying to take a whole bunch of pictures on this trip, to tell you the truth. It's from 2002.
Chris Tucker?
Now, this is a trip to Africa, by the way.
Yeah, that was
these,
a big.
These photos are not from Pedophile Island.
No, and they said Chris Tucker didn't do anything either. It was
No,
just-
Chris Tucker's on a trip to Africa. But it does go to show you how much power and influence that Epstein had. Like, it's interesting because we didn't really know. That's why I think that when you talk about the people who are on the list of people who may have been in trouble with Epstein, there's probably a lot of names we don't know because Jeffrey Epstein wasn't necessarily a household name, right? He was just a guy who powerful people knew. And obviously Bill Clinton wanted to rub elbows with him. Donald Trump wanted to rub elbows. All these actors wanted to rub elbows with him because he was so powerful and so rich.
And he knew everybody.
And he knew everybody.
He was like a rich friend that could fly you around.
But he wasn't famous.
He wasn't famous, and he would fly you everywhere. He was probably a good dinner companion.
Yeah.
Probably funny.
Oh, you know what Prince Andrew said? Oh, he's got all kinds of great stories.
Yeah, just engaging as a person. Like, hey, meet this one. They said he was great at introducing people. So I
Yeah.
can see why people would, people who didn't know what was going on would still go to have dinner with a guy like Bill Clinton might be there, where he's going to introduce me to the governor of fucking Arkansas.
There were probably a lot of people. I bet the list that's the longest is not the list of people who actually did bad things with kids.
The
There's
people
probably,
who took jujitsu with Epstein.
I think it's the jujitsu.
Oh, I'm sorry,
list.
I'm a bad guesser.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I guessed poorly. I'm
wasn't
sorry.
the greatest list. I think there's probably a lot of people who kind of knew something was going on
Or suspected, yeah.
and suspected and decided not to investigate any further because they liked hanging out.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? They didn't want the plane trips to slow down. As long as I don't go to Pedophile Island, I won't ask about Pedophile
Let me tell you
Island.
something. If I was getting fucking flights on that private jet, I wouldn't ask anything if I saw balloons on the ceiling with 6 written on them.
Yeah, there's whose birthday is in here? No, don't worry about that. Okay, I won't. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. What balloons?
Yeah. I think that, Bill Clinton's don't ask, don't tell policy, that was his policy.
Yep, in life.
That could have continued on into many aspects of his life.
This is why Hillary can't run. Because this disaster.
I mean, Billary.
Fuck. I always forget to say it, but it's good every
It
time.
is good, isn't it?
He's it's just too embarrassing, and the potential. She knows her husband, and he's probably said, I didn't do anything. But you know that she's like, there's no way I can.
How many times do you think she's heard I didn't do anything?
I mean, and he's a good. He lied right into camera.
He's so, and didn't you believe him when he lied?
I did not have sexual. Really, this man didn't do it.
He didn't do it. The
man
guy didn't do it.
But then there's always those cynics who are actually right. He's fucking lying.
No, I don't think so. Look, he went under oath and said the same thing. He wouldn't
did.
lie under oath.
Yeah, why would he? He'll be impeached. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he got impeached.
He did.
We're going to take him out of office? Nah. Oh, Wild Bill. Let him
How
have
old
it.
is he? 72, maybe?
not old enough that he could die before this goes away.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what he's probably.
And isn't it crazy that James Patterson, he wrote a book about Epstein a few
73.
years ago. And I forget what it was called, but James Patterson wrote a fucking book. And then James Patterson is on the tour with Bill Clinton, and Epstein is, they're talking about Me Too and all this stuff. And now Clinton's lumped into the Epstein story. I wonder if he was in his book. I wonder if he was in. It's called James Patterson, Filthy Rich. You know how upset Epstein must have been when a fucking guy the size of James Patterson. Every time you're in the airport, that's how you know a book is big, when it's in the airport in hardcover.
The front of the
Front
airport
kiosk.
store.
Every time James Patterson's books.
Yeah. Right.
What year did he write that book?
2017 it looked
Oh,
like.
only a couple years ago. Okay.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. Because everybody goes to the airport. Everybody forgot their book at home. And you're going for the book that everybody's going to want to read.
And the space is so limited in the
Yeah.
airport. Like James Patterson is a massive. Him and Stephen King. There's very few that are that big consistently.
James Patterson is so famous that he does commercials for his books, and he's on them. Hey, I'm James Patterson, and I have a new book.
Because his name is
Yeah.
so.
It's not even about what the book's about. It's just like, hey, I'm the guy, and I wrote a book.
Yeah.
And you're right. Stephen King's the same way.
He writes them with other people now too. James Patterson. I
Right.
never read one of his books. I might, because they're probably good.
I would put James Patterson, Stephen King, and R.L. Stein. Those are my guys.
Who's R.L. Stein?
He wrote the Great Goosebumps series.
I have not read that.
You can mainly do you peruse the YA section of bookstores?
You know, the problem with the YA section
Yeah.
is that I can never find the hardcover Hardy Boys. I love a good Hardy Boys mystery.
But only in hardcover.
I used to have little Hardy Boys mysteries in hardcover.
I had the whole Goosebumps collection.
I don't know the Goosebumps one.
They were
I know
basic-
the Deuce Chills.
Goosebumps was like Stephen King books
For
but
kids.
For kids, yeah.
Was there murders? What was like a crime? Like something a kid could like, okay, there was a murder, but it wasn't a person. Someone like opened a cat up with a straight razor,
No, what?
opened it and put its innards in the mailbox.
And Luca Magnotta is just like, this is a great book. No, they would do like kid stuff. They did like the Haunted Mask was a big one, where a kid would go to a Halloween store and the guy would be like, "Oh, I have this mask," and he'd pull the mask out from behind the cash register. Nobody got to see it. It was the scariest mask you've ever seen. Except then the kid would put it on and he couldn't get it off. He turned into a monster.
It was like for tweens.
Yeah, YA.
Yeah.
So with
for
the
young
kid,
adults.
But then once you got older, I started reading Christopher Pike. And that was like,
That's right.
Who's Christopher Pike?
he was like more of an adult version of R.L. Stein.
Oh, so it was like kid stuff, but a little more adult in nature.
Right. It wasn't actually for.
Yeah, this was like about murder.
A lot of
and, like,
mysteries
yeah.
and
Right.
who done it, so where is she's, and yeah.
but not. For,
I don't need to read them. I have my own mysteries.
Where's Mrs. Teft? Christopher Pike's new mystery.
The Vanishing Woman. The villain's a Jew. A Jew with a big dick.
The Rabbi Mom Napper by Christopher Pike.
I don't know why I pipe up.
Oh, no, that's almost what his name was.
Yeah. Yeah, Christopher Pike was like when you were in like 17, 18, 16 probably.
Yeah.
Like
And those
once-
are like real books.
Once you got into high school.
They're like 300 pages or whatever.
Look up the Hardy Boys, please. The Hardy Boys mysteries. I would
And put
always.
a Z at the end of that. Man,
No,
Jeff.
that was the hip hop.
I read the Hardy Boys.
I used to fucking remember Sean Cassidy and so I forget the other guy who played them. Yeah, that's them. The top of the treasure, the Tower Treasure. That was a big one. I hate the way they're just hiding behind a tree gesturing for camera.
I read the Hardy Boys and I read the Boxcar Children.
I don't know. All right, what's that one?
Sam remembers Boxcar.
I remember the Boxcar Children. I read the Hardy Boys, the Boxcar Children, the Dudley Boys, and Edge and Christian.
Do you ever read The Secret of Old Mill?
No, I didn't read any Hardy
While the
Boys.
clock ticked.
No, I wasn't a reader. I'm going to be honest with you. I did read the Goosebumps books because I liked horror movies, but shockingly, as a child, I was not.
But Goosebumps was also like a thing. Like everybody read those.
You were a dork if you didn't read Goosebumps. Like you go to they put out the book fair pamphlet.
Scholastic,
Scholastic, like whatever hustle the school was doing to try to get more money out of you.
$10 for books, Mom.
Yeah, and then you'd go through and you'd just find the new Goosebumps books.
You know how you know you're getting older when you look at books you used to read, how dated the covers look. Like when I was a kid, that was a great book cover. That was what it was.
It
but
didn't look like an old book when you were a kid.
No, it was brand new. I would put it. Jimmy Norton would put his nose in it and sniff it. A good Hardy Boys mystery.
While you were kneeling at the bedside.
Holding in a shit. Hey, look, the hay.
I don't know why I like the feeling, but I liked it.
I would just kneel there in prayer with my hands clasped, holding in a shit. Like I will sometimes, like even when I shower now, I don't hold in a shit. I stand there.
Shit in the drain.
I would love to, and then step on it like fucking a young what's his name, Vito.
Oh my God! I
Vinny's
forgot.
Vito's kid.
Vito's kid in The Sopranos. He gets
Shits in the fucking.
He starts wearing eyeliner and shits in the shower because he's acting out.
You look like a Puerto Rican whore, Frank Vincent. You make me sick. So funny.
Because he's trying to teach the kid.
Dude, he was so fucking. Watching it through again, I appreciate Frank Vincent so because he did nothing extra when he acted. He was so he would just talk. He was so. You look like a Puerto Rican whore. The way he said Puerto Rican.
He could say the most horrible things.
Yeah.
He would never blink. Like you would never see the actor not wanting to say these things.
And she's like, and then father said, I gotta go try and take a shit. Funny thing to say. His wife was all overly religious. Oh, let's go to Charles in Long Island.
What's going on, Charles?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hello.
Good.
So, bought the Hardy Boys series at Costco actually recently for my son for
Nice.
Christmas, and yeah, so he was opening up his presents and he saw the book and he said, took a look at it and said, I don't want to read about these faggots.
Oh my God! Well, you need to teach your son a little manners.
Well, hold on a second. You didn't make him read it, did you?
Of course I did.
Did he read the book?
He did. He read the series.
Did he change his opinion on the boys?
Now he hated it.
All right, that's right.
Yeah.
They are.
Thank you, Charles.
Well, they were brothers, right? The Hardy Boys.
Yeah, that's where the Hardy came from.
Do you want to read a? Why don't we all read a Hardy Boys novel?
No, they're young.
Act it
They're
out.
for children. We're
Jim
gonna
and
read.
Sam Book Club.
They're for young adults.
Wouldn't it be great if we did a Jim and Sam book club,
Let's
but
do
it was
that.
all YA?
Yeah, the Hardy Boys.
Hardy
You're
Boys,
disgusted.
Goosebumps, everything. Yeah, you had to for a certain generation,
Goosebumps was after my time.
you had to read every Goosebumps book, and the covers was the most exciting thing. And you could always tell whose Goosebumps books were the old ones because they were paperback, obviously, but the word Goosebumps, it would be raised, and there would be actual goosebumps on the lettering, except if your book was too old, it would start to kind of scrape. So like the red or the green, whatever color Goosebumps was written in, the coloring would kind of start to scrape up, and you could see the Goosebumps were in like white.
Did you try to keep your Goosebumps covers in good shape?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. These look like good covers. Like if I was fucking 15 or 14, I'd probably go crazy. Is this how old you were when you read these? Or
Like
younger?
About that.
11.
Oh yeah,
12,
Holy
yeah.
shit, I'd go nuts reading these.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Those were huge.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
movie was equally as big.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's a ghost, and he carries a little thing that checks bad boys and girls for stolen candy.
Get out of this book section. You have no business here.
Yeah, scary things in the dark. People who don't know how to kiss.
Sir, who are you here with?
By myself, I'm an educator. I like to take someone in the shrubs and read.
No, sir, you have to leave. You knew, though, that Goosebumps was starting to run out of steam when, like Night of the Living Dummy was huge for them. That was a big one.
That's the mannequin in the corner of the puppet.
Yeah, because it would be like the puppet would come to life and he would do terrible things. Except when they started doing sequels to the books, Haunted Mask 2, Haunted Mask 3, Night of the Living Dummy 5. That's when it's like, oh, okay, we're running out of steam.
Yeah.
This was
Are they
just
done?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if R.L. Stine is still doing anything, but yeah, I don't know. Say Cheese and Die was a good one.
What's that about? Is that about a dairy farmer?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it was about the dangers of dairy in the human diet.
Or a photographer who killed.
Well, it was about the camera was haunted. So if you took a photo of people with that camera, the people will die.
Say cheese and die?
Yeah. Scary. Ooh, gives me goosebumps just thinking about it.
Cheese.
You don't have to.
I saw someone say cheese recently in a photo. I didn't remember where I was. A bunch of us taking one. Say cheese, and they went cheese. I was like, oh,
A grown-up?
fucking shut up.
Shut up. We know how to smile. It's a trick for kids.
Yeah.
It's cute when a kid does it.
Isn't it funny that's the thing for pictures that just say cheese and we all just do?
But don't you like it when somebody mixes it up and uses a different word?
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Everybody say marmalade.
I've never heard that.
Oh, yeah. People love to switch it up.
No.
You probably don't hang out with the creatives that I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you hang out with foodies.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know how we got onto Goosebumps and
I don't know.
Books for-
Hardy Boys, I think, started the whole thing.
I think so too. But we were talking about Epstein,
Yes.
and I wasn't going to bring it up.
Speaking of mysteries.
But Troy did find an article. You said,
Why are you bringing me in?
well, I'm just saying,
Don't, come on.
I'm trying to paint the picture accurately. You said on Tuesday, I guess, that you could believe when the attorney general says something, not to say it's 100%,
Sure.
but the fact that the attorney general says that he saw the tape of nobody going into the cell, that's enough for you to at least give the benefit of the doubt that the tape exists. You're not going to sit there and say, well, the tape doesn't exist because I didn't see it, because to get the attorney general to lie, that's a whole nother piece of the puzzle. You were talking about that. And I only, because I'm trying to paint the accurate picture, but you did find the article.
Now, hold on. The article, I will say this.
Troy Kwan found an article.
Oh, come on.
He did.
Yes,
that
he did.
explains, and, you know, and I would just to make the picture accurately, after you left, Troy was researching on his phone, and he did
That's
say,
very good.
I got it tweeted at me.
he did say, I found the connection. And he found an article that explains why there is a connection between Attorney General Barr and Epstein that would make it so that his testimony or his statement would be brought into question.
Maybe, but if I remember
Is that
correctly,
true, Troy? Did you say that? I mean, does the article bring it into question? Just tell me if the article brings it into question. Troy, what's
Troy
the
is
matter?
saying it creates a little gray area.
Cat got your tongue? Does it create a little more gray area?
I don't want Jim to hate me anymore.
I know.
than he
Hey, I
does.
love Troy.
He was
I know.
a little gray area based on the article.
You guys have this conversation.
Here's what I read about. Here's what I read in that. Didn't he say he recused himself, whatever, or his law firm?
I don't remember. Troy, what did it say?
Couldn't represent.
I don't know.
It had something to do with the law firm,
Well, why
not
send
him.
Why send material through if you don't?
Yeah, what did it say? Because if
Yeah,
I
what did it
remember
say?
correctly,
I'll
it was
look up-
about
I'll look up-
Barr's law firm not being able to represent
No,
Epstein.
I believe his father helped Epstein get into school at some point.
Oh, isn't that convenient?
Okay, so there
isn't it?
but
A
then
little
why would he
connection.
lie? Then why would he cover up Epstein's death if he has a connection to him that isn't negative?
Troy?
That's what I remember thinking when I was reading it.
Why don't you want to talk? You were all mouth on Tuesday.
Well, because first of all,
What?
You get me fired up.
That's not true.
You've known me a long time. You know how to get my blood boiling.
I've never done it intentionally.
I don't want Jim to hate me anymore.
I never hated you.
But there is
I'm
a
not even
connection.
annoyed at you.
Is there a connection between Epstein and
What-
Attorney
what is
General
this, the
Barr?
No,
article?
no, I'll find the article.
Yeah, let me see the article.
But it's a
I'm open
this
to
is
it.
a slippery slope.
What do you mean?
I remember reading it and thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, this is something to do with the law firm. This isn't that big a deal. But I mean, I did read it.
But yeah, because you're open to
I don't care.
To
If
information?
he was murdered by 30 people, I'd be happy to say, what the fuck do I care?
right.
Guy was a piece of shit. I don't care.
No,
I just
you're
don't,
not.
I don't
You're not doing this out of advocacy for the
Oh,
man.
fuck him. I just don't believe it because I haven't seen enough. Nothing points to it that convinces me.
You're not trying to maintain his legacy.
Oh, anyone who dies on these fucking these points about JFK or anything, what do you care so much for? Like, be willing to change the opinion. It doesn't mean anything.
People attach their identity to it, though.
Exactly.
You know,
It's
especially,
just, it really is fun to talk about.
Yeah, it definitely is.
and you get a
No,
little.
yeah, you're right.
You get a little worked out.
at
You
the
have an
end-
emotional
well, no,
connection.
I'll tell you why.
You get a little upset.
I'll tell you why, and I've explained this before.
Uh huh.
With both you guys,
You're tense.
this has been an ongoing discussion for 12, 13 years.
We've been talking about Epstein for 13
No, no,
years.
no.
Yeah, it's
just-
crazy
just-
too.
just
Backing him.
Yeah.
He's the wrong person to lead the Epstein investigation.
Which Troy agrees with.
Yes, he
No, I
does.
didn't say that.
It said he was Cyrus Vance. Okay, he needs to. They're saying he needs to recuse himself or
Needs-
recuse himself, whatever that word is. Prosecuted. Blah, blah,
Be
blah.
honest, Troy.
Nope.
You don't want to be honest?
Hold on,
You
go up a
prefer
little
not
higher,
to be
Troy.
honest?
I'm perusing this as we talk. You guys talk. Right
Okay,
there.
because that's what I want to ask Troy. When you saw this article and it says this, it's in Time, which is a publication that is esteemed enough that they've asked Jim Norton to write pieces. So you can't question Time. It's a matter of publication. Did you get excited when Time magazine put out a piece that said Barr should recuse himself, the person who Jim says you could trust Barr?
I'm not heading down this road.
But did you get excited?
No,
It's just a yes or no.
no.
This 6
You
months.
seemed excited.
Hold on,
I
6
saw
months
you,
before-
and you're lying.
It said that they would ask if he would investigate the handling of the decade-old Florida plea deal, which was with Acosta.
Yes.
And he said that he thought his former law firm was involved in the case, so he might have to recuse. And he did ultimately recuse from the investigation in Florida, but not from the Southern District of New York, concerning this law firm conflict. Alex Acosta served in Trump's cab. Okay, he was received the travesty of a plea deal. Barr's father was the headmaster of an elite New York City school that hired college dropout Epstein to teach math and physics. Do they amount to a conflict of interest requiring mandatory recusal? He felt that
Maybe not
they did
mandatory
not.
recusal.
I don't
but-
know, like that. Those, yeah, definitely. There was a crossover at one point. This Epstein was involved with a lot of rich people. There was a crossover, but is it a crossover that's?
Is it a conflict of interest?
I don't know. His dad worked for a school that they hired him to be a teacher at many years ago.
Yeah, there's a connection, but how loose is that?
If they said
connection?
Barr had hung out with him, I would absolutely say it.
Yeah.
Or if they said Barr, there was a picture of fucking Barr on his plane, but his dad fucking ran his. I'm not trying to explain it away. I just don't know if that's a big deal for a connection or not.
Well, you got laryngitis over there?
Oh, Jim, I'm staying out of it.
Travis, do you think Troy's tact is funny? I see you giggling in there.
I was actually giggling at one of the phone callers that.
Is it
What I say?
the phone caller that shares a name with you?
Yes.
Well, now I have to go to him.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. You see, I wasn't going to do that, Troy.
Yep.
But
I'm not going down this lane.
But
either,
I'm going
so.
to tell you, we have a saying here at Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
That's right.
The
Whip it
call-
out and we'll suck it.
That's not this.
Oh, sorry.
You can't speak for both of us like that.
Just going with the bumper stickers.
No. And I told you, do not get them printed. Here on Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, the caller is the third mic.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They're equally as big a part of the show as either Jim or myself. So I think it is only fair that we go to Travis in South Carolina. What's up, Travis?
Hey, guys. So I just wanted to ask Troy, how is it possible that the government can cover up Bob Lazar's 2 university transcripts, exams, written and oral tests that he would take in class, yet they can't cover up the Bill Clinton photos? How do you explain that, Troy?
Well, these may have come from a private collection that nobody. I mean, I don't know. Does anybody know the source of these?
Well, they're
photos?
private universities, so.
No, the source of the Bill Clinton photos.
Yeah.
Where
Plus,
did they come from?
isn't it
Came
funny
from the
though?
camera.
Thank God for the Clinton that this was not a digital era yet, like of digital photo. Like, this is right before the cameras went on the phones.
Because they would have said, why not take 1,000 photos?
1,000, they'd be for selfies. Somebody would be in the back. It would be, forget it.
Travis in South Carolina, I think the answer to your question is
Bob Lazar's bullshit.
okay.
Oh, okay, perfect. That makes sense.
That makes-
Thanks, guys.
thank
I was
you.
really
Again, we don't know where these photos came from.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
They tried to ask Clinton, and he just said,
I gotta try and take a shit.
So who knows? Who can ever get a straight answer? Have you been following, by the way?
sure.
Okay. My dad keeps calling me every day with updates on this story, and I've become somewhat obsessed with it. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The Carlos,
Danger?
no,
Santana?
Not Carlos Danger or Santana. The Carlos Goshen story. The auto.
Oh, yes, who escaped from Japan.
Yes, he did. So this guy, what was he in charge of? Nissan?
Yeah, he's a major
You know how I know it was
CEO.
Nissan? Because my dad keeps calling me. He goes, yeah, he was the CEO of Nissan or Nissan. Nissan. I'm like, it's not. I don't even correct him anymore.
Carlos
Nissan.
Ghosn Gossin.
That's a Brazilian name, I think.
He blasts Japanese justice. It was escape or die in Japan. So I guess he was accused of something, and he felt like he was not. He said he didn't escape Japan. He was seeking
Escaped
justice.
injustice. So
Yeah.
this guy, he gets locked up in Japan on financial crimes. They say that he was misdirecting funds from Nissan and declaring him his income to his own account, and so they arrested him. He's saying that he was the CEO of a couple different companies. He's bringing them together, and that the people on the board thought that he was getting too much power, so they got the government involved, and that's what happened. That the crimes that he's committed on, they're not true. But he ended up, he got a ridiculous bail. He's hugely rich, so he paid his bail, but he was on house arrest. He couldn't talk to anybody. They wouldn't let him talk to his lawyer.
Oh, really?
I think for a period of time, the only person that he could talk to was the prosecuting attorney, not his defense attorney. They would let him talk to the prosecuting attorney.
Is that Japanese law?
Yeah,
That's
there's
weird,
yeah. The Japanese justice system apparently is like insane.
It's rough. Okay.
To the point that he was like scared. That he was like, they're not going to let me out of this. They're gonna lock me up in jail. This guy has citizenship in several other countries, including Lebanon.
His home country?
His home country. You know, France, all over the place. So apparently,
London, France.
Yeah, apparently after a year of being under house arrest and trying to figure out how to get out, and he's under crazy surveillance too. He's not saying exactly how he got out of Japan because I think he doesn't want to implicate anybody else.
Right.
But the story is that some people got into his house and they put him in a box full of audio equipment.
I think he had was there a party or was there a band that played in his house?
I think it was a band.
I believe a band, he hired a band to play in his house.
Yeah. And so he gets into the box with all the audio equipment and somehow nobody checks the box on the way out.
I wonder if that's just standard I wonder if he had been having the band come in a couple of times. Like, did he set this up over a 2-month period?
So that box has come and gone many times. It's just standard.
And did they not or did he know somebody at the airport, like where somebody got $10,000 to not look in the box?
Well, that's it. Yeah. So they brought the box full of audio stuff all the way to the airport and got it onto a private plane. And the plane went to Lebanon. And then he popped out of the box.
Oh, they did go right to Lebanon. They said France said they wouldn't have sent him back either.
Right.
But he went to Lebanon.
He went to Lebanon. And and now he just did a press conference yesterday kind of saying, ta-da, here I am. But explaining that there's no way that he's going back to Japan. And this is about, the crazy injustices that are going on over there.
Okay.
But it's just a wild story. It's going to make a great movie
He's
someday.
open to a trial outside Japan.
Yeah.
The first forum where I can express myself in front of justice, which is not biased, I'll go for it. Wow, what an amazing, that's a rich guy's way of getting out. That's a movie.
It's a total movie.
The guy
It's
went out
great.
in audio equipment boxes, and I obviously
His first plan
band
was
helped him.
His first plan was to dig a hole through his wall behind a poster, but he realized he was just in his house.
Yeah, and
That
we
wouldn't
would
help.
have in Japan.
Yeah,
we could just walk out the door.
He would have still been in Japan. Yeah.
I would love to know how many times did he hire that band?
Yeah.
Who did he
The,
know at the airport?
Mike sent a link about this story yesterday. That kind of fleshes out exactly how it happened.
Oh, where's this? What's the story called? I like it. You say fleshes it out.
It's a
It's the
flesh.
top story on Mike's.
It's a fleshy story.
Strange husband of missing mom. No,
I thought you were talking
Fotis
about me.
Doulos. That's the wrong day. There he goes.
Yeah, the
Carlos
team-
Gossin.
Across 20 trips to Japan, the team cased more than 10 airports and other ports, considered taking them out by boat.
So there was a whole team working on this, and they were under surveillance the whole time. So you wonder how they even communicated, because Japan's listening into the house.
They probably are.
The airport that they ultimately chose was chosen because it's regularly vacant, and the team learned that X-ray machines were only capable of scanning small bags, meaning larger items rarely got checked on their way out.
Like
Oh,
person-sized
so they checked
boxes.
everywhere.
Yep.
Man. Can you imagine?
Millions of dollars and months of careful planning by a team of international experts. Isn't that amazing that people can keep a secret
Oh yeah, they can if they're paid well,
when we're getting
or
this
if the
guy
government's
out.
making them. Am I right, Troy? He don't want to comment on that.
The team, former Green Beret with a hostage rescue experience.
Yeah.
Hadn't done a dry run before successfully smuggling the disgraced CEO inside a black concert equipment box. Now, anyone that's been backstage at a concert, you know that there's all these giant things for drum kits and guitars, and they all just have a band's name stenciled on them in white.
Yeah.
They were prepared for Gossin to call
You
off
can
the
put
mission.
lighting there. You can put drum sets in there. It's
Anything.
like huge boxes.
At
yeah.
the last minute. It's impossible.
Dude.
Wow.
He must have been shitting himself.
Dude, they were ready for him to call it. They didn't do a dry run. I guess they're like, let's just go through once.
Yeah.
This is an air. That's so smart to look at the size of the X-ray scanner.
Yes.
Surveillance showed him entering a hotel at 7:30, but never leaving, suggesting that he climbed into the box at the hotel.
Oh wait, so he was on house arrest. Well, he was allowed to leave in certain hours.
Maybe, or maybe under strict surveillance.
Yeah, he left his home in Tokyo at 2:30, took a bullet train to Osaka, and then a cab to the hotel.
Oh, so he was allowed to move around Japan. He just
Yeah.
couldn't leave the country.
Yes.
Right, and he was under crazy
He was
surveillance.
out on
too.
bail. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And-
that's a little bit better.
Yeah, and his communications were closely monitored by Japanese
Surveillance
authorities.
shows-
But that's why he couldn't do it at his house, because they were all, I'm sure, surveilling his house.
So what he would do is, I mean, he probably was able to talk in a room in a hotel somewhere.
In a hotel. Yeah.
So 4 hours later,
But
they were
imagine
in
how
private
paranoid you
jets.
have to be. Like, how do you know for sure that the government hasn't gotten to one of your guys, that somebody's not wearing a bug, that nobody's going to check the box? Like, he must have been terrified.
They said as the plane passed over Russia, the 5'7" Gosling crawled out of the box, but sat in a rear seat out of view of the flight crew. That's to let them off the hook.
Yeah.
Of course they knew.
Right.
There's a guy. I mean, you'd have to, because otherwise they'd
There's a
turn
man on the wing.
Yeah, there's a man in the bathroom shitting.
But isn't that amazing, though, that he didn't get out of the box until after they were out of
I don't even believe
airspace?
that. I don't even believe that.
You think he got right out of the box?
The second the plane took off, he fucking popped it out. Of course he did. He's trying to give them plausible deniability. He's actually not being a cock about it. Istanbul was chosen as a stopover point to avoid raising suspicions in Japan over a direct flight to Beirut. Oh. Once in Turkey, Gosling hopped in a car and drove about 100 yards to a smaller jet, which, unlike the flight from Osaka to Istanbul, had not filed a flight plan.
When do you think you know?
He turned over his French, Lebanese, and Brazilian passports to Japan as a part of his condition, but he had convinced a Japanese court to allow him to carry a duplicate French passport.
Yeah.
He used that and a Lebanese identification card to eventually enter Lebanon. I wonder if some official knew he was coming in.
Yeah, because it's not like he's just a unknown private citizen. Everybody knows exactly who he is. I'll bet they knew well in advance that he was coming.
There was a stopover, and he took a plane 100. He took 100 yards.
Yeah, when do you think you know that it was a success?
When you're through customs in Lebanon.
Yeah, not until the very end. When he's in that car in Turkey, he's shitting himself.
He's like, I'm okay. I'm here. They're not going to send me back to Japan.
Right. Once he gets past that, yeah.
He's a Lebanese citizen, right? So he probably knew.
Yeah.
He probably had the money to pay some customs official off. I mean,
Well, yeah, he misdirected all those funds. He had all kinds of money.
wow, isn't that what? There's another flight involved, and he wasn't even on his original plane. Didn't go back to.
Yeah.
It went to fucking. Where did it stop off?
Stopped off in
Turkey.
Turkey.
So
Yeah.
he took a connecting
He
flight.
took a car to a different airport in Turkey, though.
Different plane, 100 feet, 100
he-
yards.
He took the car 100
100 yards. They took a car 100 yards to a smaller jet.
100 yards is still, yeah.
I mean, it's still small.
But 100 feet, yeah. Imagine taking a car 100 feet. Like, this was actually fully unnecessary. This is much more suspicious.
It hadn't filed a flight plan, so they probably
Like
filed
an
it.
SUV that goes just 100 feet. Like, why did we do this?
So he did it in a hotel because, again, it was a 4-hour,
No surveillance.
and also you're not going to see him for 10 hours because he's asleep. He probably said, "I'm going to bed."
Do you think he stayed up all night?
He probably said he was going to bed. Probably didn't feel well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up and go to bed.
But guess what?
What?
He didn't go to bed.
How did
He planned his escape.
How did he avoid, like in the hotel even? How did he get into? Because the band is probably set up in a fucking. Were they in a hotel suite or were they?
What? Everybody brings a band to their hotel room.
But-
What?
But was it like a small private party, or was it one of those things where they were downstairs playing and he had them play there and then he fucking left the.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe he wired some money someplace else, so the band wasn't actually playing for him. But
They
he
had to be played. Oh, I see. what
right.
you're-
So
yeah.
he made sure the band was there, but nobody knew that he was the one who hired the band.
Sure.
So they didn't know that he had that equipment coming in.
And did the band? The band, of course, is in on it because where was their drums?
yeah.
We wonder why there was drums left in the fucking.
Hey, you forgot your drums. What? I don't hear you. Bye.
We'll get 'em later.
Bye. Yeah. We'll come back tomorrow. Do you want to leave this empty case? No, we'll bring the case. We'll come back for the drums tomorrow.
Oh boy, was that a big! But what an amazing fucking story.
Do you think they would have brought an extra case with them so that wouldn't have happened, or do you think they would have just left room in one of the cases or something?
That's a good probably brought
Because
an
you
extra
couldn't
case.
you couldn't just leave equipment or
They probably
whatever.
brought. Here's what they did.
Because
They
nobody
probably-
would know.
They probably brought 2 cases
Right.
that they could have held the stuff in one case.
Yeah.
Just because, again, each one had. They're probably like, "Why are you bringing empty?" He's
Right, so
trying
they
not to implicate people.
They split it on the way there.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, they just piled it all into one case.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then it was like the end of fucking Trading Places.
Yeah.
Just sitting in a box, looking through a fucking a little bit of a mask or a
Yeah.
eye hole.
And this Japanese band is sitting there going like, "Hey, where the fuck's our case?" Lebanon? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, well, the band obviously had. They must have been in on it. I mean,
No, it was military officials posing as band.
Nice.
oh my god, military officials. So
Yeah,
they were
the-
all in on it.
The Shrimp Shack shooters.
Wait, did they play? Did they play a fucking? Did they play a fucking music?
Oh my!
Do you know what I wonder? If they didn't even play music, if they literally just went up to the room with a few things and said, "We're doing a party."
But what if I bet they had to learn how to play their instruments, though, just in case some Japanese policemen were like, okay, so play the guitar.
No, you probably would go there, and I wonder if it was hired in a giant hotel suite or whatever. Did they either have a band play, or did they just fucking put a radio on for an hour and a half and go, the band was hired to play this, and everybody, I don't know.
I think you could probably know the difference between. I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you would go to all the trouble of having two planes
Yeah,
and then
that's
use
true.
a radio
Yeah,
and be like,
probably not.
nope, it's a live band.
Did they play it all, though, is the question.
Yeah, it's fucking commercials. What do you mean it's a live band? You just turn the radio on.
It is possible for people in the military to know how to play music.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
true, too.
Yes. Yeah. You know.
That's a lot, though. You
They
need a
could
guy
s-
who's a Green Beret and a bassist.
Right. Yeah, you're just sitting there like we listened to Robert O'Neill and the stuff he went through in SEAL training, and you're like, yeah, but you wouldn't learn how to play guitar. That's
Yeah.
really tough.
Yeah, he's the wrong man for the job.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
That's a $350,000 contract with a Turkish private plane operator. It was booked for a 13-passenger Bombardier jet for 2 trips on December 29th from Dubai to Osaka and then from Osaka to Istanbul. Yep, totally.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that they came in, like the fake band came in with a really bad fake band outfit on? Like they're clearly military guys.
Tuxedos,
But
yeah.
they're just trying to look cool
With
like
guns.
a band. Yeah.
What's the band name? I'm trying to find it.
I think
it
the
was the
Smugglers.
Shrimp Shack Shooters.
Goshen was out on bail, but the busy airport was ultimately chosen. It's recently vacant, regularly vacant, and the team had learned the X-ray was so smart. Go down a little lower. This is fascinating. Prohibited from seeing his wife over the holiday season.
Yeah.
He was driven to abscond from Japan following a pretrial hearing on Christmas. Oh, that was what made him go when he couldn't see his wife.
They're
Fuck
trying
this.
to arrest his wife too.
Where was she?
I think she's in Lebanon with him now.
Oh,
But they were trying to arrest her for like lying under oath or whatever.
left his home 2:30, took a bullet train to Osaka and then a cab where he narrowly missed running into a Japanese prime minister who had just checked in.
What a great movie.
But
What a great story.
Was he not allowed to be there, or did they not monitor every move of him?
They monitored every move.
The video
They're
Let me tell you
monitoring
something.
his communication.
right, like his phone and shit.
Yeah.
But did they not?
They followed him around.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
sure they followed him around, but if he's in a hotel, it's
Yeah,
okay.
they might.
oh
not
no,
have-
yeah. I mean,
We'll get him
every
when he
move.
comes out.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
might have just kind of hung outside. Like, where's he going?
Right, exactly.
What's
right.
he gonna do? Escape
Exactly.
to Istanbul?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure they weren't monitoring his moves inside the hotel room because if they were, they'd be like, "Hey, get out of that fucking drum case."
This is like Vamonos Pest from Breaking Bad.
That's right.
And this is a year in, by the way. This is not 2 weeks in. This is a year. So
Like
he's
this-
probably like, we're used to it. He comes and he goes.
Yeah.
He checks into hotels once in a while, moves around, goes out to dinner.
He's a jet setter.
He's just what he does.
Yeah.
He's going to see this thing. I want to know what the event was and how the band got, or were they just totally disconnected? Like, meaning had nothing to do with him. The band was there doing it, or maybe the band was just staying in the hotel, and then the next day they.
What band? Why do you keep saying band? It was military.
No, he's saying what the excuse for the band was.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like what
Music
was the
equipment.
official story?
Were they staying in the hotel without any gig, and he just got him met up with them in the fucking lobby and crawled into the equipment?
No,
I don't
because they
think,
wouldn't leave the equipment in the lobby.
No, you know what I mean. I know they got in the room or something.
Yeah.
I don't think his wife is with him.
But she's
Because-
out of the country, isn't she?
I don't think so because Japan issued an arrest warrant for her on Tuesday.
I think I read that they issued an arrest warrant for her, but she is out of the
Let me
country.
see.
Oh.
Because if they issued an arrest warrant for her, then he's fucked.
As new details
He's not
emerged.
fucked. He's out of the country.
Well, I mean, I'd be pretty fucked if my wife got arrested by Japan, who
you-
hated me because I just humiliated the entire country. I'd consider myself fucked at that point because, I'm fond of my wife. I don't want terrible things happening to her.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah,
Rosen
she's
was
in-
reunited with his wife 3 years late last month after he was ferried out of Japan in a box. Yeah, okay.
You know how I knew she was in Lebanon?
How's that?
Because even though there was no mic, as you were talking, I heard, she was in Lebanon.
Well,
yeah,
let me
I
see
thought
a
I read
picture
that
of
last night because that's what I was thinking. Like, that's a risk that you have to assume that you have to get your family out of Japan because, yeah, you escaped, but they're going to take this is humiliating for Japan.
She might have been out first.
I would imagine that,
Yeah, she was.
yeah, that had to be 100% that my family's not going to be in danger because guaranteed, if his wife is there, Japan's going after her because Japan is very embarrassed by this whole thing. Very embarrassed.
They look really stupid.
They
They don't have
really
electronic monitoring bracelets?
No. I mean, you
Or do
think,
they have one that a military guy knew how to get off the leg without a problem?
That's
Or
why-
did he cut his leg off?
he
No,
did
I
not
didn't-
cut. No,
okay.
he did a press conference and he had a leg.
Okay. Just a question. But did he fucking...
Can you imagine me?
his leg was there with a monitoring bracelet?
Or wouldn't that be great if there was one guy in the Japanese police station going, "Well, what did he do? Did he cut his leg off?"
Jim would be a great detective.
No. Yeah.
They find a foot in there, they'd be like, you know what? You earned it.
Aha! No.
He said he was facing a system where the conviction rate is 99.4%, and I will bet you this number is much higher for the foreigners.
Wow, 99.4%.
That proves
Those are good prosecutors.
Yeah, they're good investigators.
Yeah, they don't have wild theories like maybe he cut his leg off.
Yeah, they don't. The people they bring to court are guilty. That's the key.
Who gets off? It's just you have money probably or know somebody.
Yeah, and be a local.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they love the idea of locking up some foreigner with cash.
Yeah, big CEO.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Nissan's a Japanese country, isn't it? A company, sorry.
Yeah,
Nissan?
Nissan. It's Nissan.
Wow. So he escaped in that more details will come out too.
Yes, and the folklore and the legend will continue to grow because he'll never tell the whole story. And neither. And I love that.
He won't
How
burn
does
the
he?
people.
No, he won't. How does he get into contact with military people? Like
Somebody does it for him. He talks to somebody. The guy's probably. I mean, how much money is he worth? Thank you, Rob.
I guess that's why it takes a year. You got to
Yeah.
talk to somebody who's like, okay, in 3 months, let's meet back in this hotel and bring these people that you know.
It might have only taken him a month, or how long did it take them to plan it? Did they say it wasn't a year? It was probably maybe a month or two.
No, I think it was longer than a
No,
month.
yeah,
or two.
they said months.
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 How much is he worth? $120 million net worth. Yeah, by the way, if you're a Japan, any country, you're holding a guy worth $120 million, don't let him zip around if he's facing 20 years.
Yeah, guess what?
Yeah, months.
That's the box that he was smuggled out in.
If I have $120 million and I might be stuck in Japan and I'm under the Japanese justice system, I'm willing to spend 100 of my $120 million to get out of that country. If I could be a free man and still have 20 million, I'm good.
Well, that's the box. Where's the? I guess the breathing holes are in the handles.
I don't know if I don't know if it's airtight.
No,
There's no reason to make it airtight. It's not like a refrigerator.
no.
Yeah.
Oh man, did they show inside the box at all or no? Was that the box or the one that looks like it?
No, that's
That-
the one.
The box that he was smuggled out of Japan, complete with. I'll go up a little. Complete with freshly drilled air holes.
There it is.
Wow, where's the air holes? Can you see them?
I would think that you can't see them in the picture because if you could see them in the picture, I would imagine that some of the Japanese police would probably be like, "Hey,
Probably
who
on the
put
bottom.
those holes in your drum kit?" Like,
They're probably in the handle
Or on the bottom.
or on the bottom.
Bottom
But
makes
there'd have to
sense.
be a little stand. Otherwise, what good are air holes if you're on a floor and they're covered? The air holes on the bottom would have to be like there must be little legs on the bottom of the fucking thing.
there's wheels on it.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine they're on the bottom.
dusty old fucking equipment case.
That's it. You know, it's even worse that they post a photo of the actual equipment case.
Dude, this is 2020. Do you know how hard it is to pull this shit off with surveillance and electronics?
Impossible. In Japan,
Yeah, they're
Oh, my
technologically as advanced as we are.
and they're looking at everything. There are officers in Japan that saw that box.
Scott in New York, he's right. Yes, there
Oh,
are.
he hung up.
Oh, he said they were dressed as one was dressed as a cop, one was dressed as a construction worker, one
Right.
was dressed as an Indian,
There was a cowboy.
and one was dressed as a cowboy.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, big handlebar mustaches. Yeah, that's what's got to drive people crazy about the photo of the box being released. That there are police officers that remember that day and remember seeing the box roll right in front of them.
Maybe. You
I'm
know
sure.
what? Because it just kind of came in and out with a band. Who paid attention? By the way, the box, thanks, Troy, was
Yeah, but how
discovered
many
with
private flights do they get at that airport?
2,400,575. I could have told you that last week.
That's weird that it's usually vacant.
It's that busy. Yeah, I know, but they're very, very efficient. That's a day. The box was discovered with air holes drilled at the bottom. That's
Yeah.
funny. They all thought it was glory holes.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's this, a fuck box?
At the bottom, so they could wheel it right in.
Yeah, and you wouldn't see it. Nobody's checking the bottom of the box.
Why would you?
No, it's
Just
silly.
wheel it, throw it on the plane.
Yeah, and you're not standing it up anywhere.
Hey, what's that sound? No, it's industrial music. Don't worry about that.
Wow.
Man. Isn't that a great story?
Dude, it's a great fucking story.
And whether the guy's guilty or not of embezzling funds or whatever, don't you just root for him?
Yeah, of course.
He escaped. He
I hope he
made
has to
it.
go. I hope he has to go back to Japan in a box because he forgot his lucky hat like Lois.
Isn't there something about people who escape prison that you just root for them?
You always root for him, no matter what they did. You're like, that's something like El Chapo. You're like, that's so badass that you just broke out of jail.
I watched that Escape from Dannemora show. I just wanted those two to live free. When Ted Bundy jumped out of the courtroom window, I'm like, you know what? If you put Ted Bundy in a courtroom library with an open window that he could just jump out of and walk away
Yeah.
from, let him be free.
Yeah, you don't let the guy walk by a library. You just fucking.
A what?
My favorite way to say it.
Nissan.
I sound educated.
It's fun. It's fun to hear how it happens, though. Like
Oh
El
my
Chapo
God,
with a
yeah.
motorcycle sitting there waiting for him. How great is that?
Awesome. And it's also funny when things don't go right, when they're like, oh, don't worry. This big fat prison guard that we've been having sex with, she'll be waiting with a truck. And then they open the manhole and it's just nobody there.
The guy was cocky because he's a big dick. He's like,
Yeah.
trust me, Fatty wants this.
Yeah.
Do you think that they would have killed her?
Oh, my God. She would have been just dead. She wouldn't have even made it to Mexico. She would have been dead as a doornail very quickly. I don't know if she would have made it outside of New York State. It would have been
Yeah, 'cause it's
curtains.
either that
or for old Tilly.
or she's with them until they kill her because she's just got to be annoying.
She's sitting there listening to the Jonas Brothers. That was my favorite part about Escape from Dannemora, that they showcased her as a pop music loving, annoying woman.
Yeah, because she's just totally in love with that guy.
Yeah, she just cheats on her husband constantly.
How is
She's
that
not
pig
leaving.
out of jail?
She's not out yet.
How does she not have life in prison? You escaped to help a murderer get out of jail and you worked there.
All's well that ends well. We got him.
Crazy. But all the cops that were in danger with these two guys running around. It's fucking crazy.
I don't know that she'll be able to work in a prison again.
Yeah, I think that she's at least going to take a hit financially. Joyce Mitchell.
Tilly.
Yeah, Tillicum. God, that is a great story, man.
The Telecom
I
Whales?
know the fucking
Escape from Dannemora?
the Escape from Japan.
Oh, Escape from Japan. Yeah, it's
That's
so
a great movie. I'm going to write a movie about that called Escaping from Japan in a Box. It's
From
good.
Japan.
From Japan, yeah.
You said escaping from a Japan.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here comes Godzilla. Watch out.
Imagine if the whole movie, you do this about this guy escaping.
Mm-hmm.
The whole movie is about his financial crimes. It's like an hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
And it's all about him in meetings with his lawyers. And he's like, what are they going to do? I don't understand this. And then they're reading over the cases. And then the lawyer calls him and goes, bad news. Your check didn't clear. And then the whole movie is about that. And then, like 5 minutes before it ends, all of a sudden you hear the band like playing, and then all of a sudden you see Japanese officials looking up at a plane in the sky. And that's the end of it.
And everything's explained in postscript.
Not even. And then,
It's metaphor.
As the credits are rolling, you just see him like fucking with upbeat music, like at the end of an 80s movie, like walking in Lebanon, waving.
And then you go like, why'd you make that choice? Well, it goes without saying. Everybody knows what happened.
Yeah,
It
he
was a news
escaped.
story. Yeah. What people don't know are the various meetings that happened
Yes,
before.
how hard it was for him to get his medication.
Right, right. No, this is the story of him becoming the CEO of Nissan. The other stuff is inconsequential.
What was the security loophole?
They let
That
drum kits on a plane.
large packages, large containers couldn't fit through the X-ray machine,
Yeah.
and that they were supposed to be opened and checked manually, but private planes usually abide by different rules.
Because they kind of figured that.
Yeah, because it's a private plane.
it's not a major airport. It's a small. I mean, no, it might be the same. No, sometimes smaller airport.
Yeah, it's a smaller airport. It's,
Yeah.
it's vacant, they said.
A band coming in. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
let them.
Yeah, they just let them
Plus,
go through.
I mean,
And I wonder if
people-
they had been through before. Had they come in? I guess they had. Had they come in and out before? The guys
it
recognized
said
them?
that they had done 20 trips around Japan to figure out how they were going to do it.
perfect.
Yeah, I know. This is
And they
insane.
said in the private,
so amazing that
the
this
private,
can happen.
the private airports, they're so used to people just packing the planes mainly with champagne wishes and caviar dreams
It's true.
that it's not much of an issue because it's very rarely is it a fugitive in a drum box.
Very rarely, if ever.
Very rarely, if ever. Statistically speaking, 0% of the time, it's a drum box with a fugitive in it.
Not anymore.
I mean, we round. You know, we'll say less than 1% of the time.
And you wonder, was anybody involved in the Japanese side? Like, did somebody get
Could somebody be bought off?
fucking $500,000 and go, I'm working Tuesday. I'm the guy.
mean, look,
security.
If he's got
You're looking at it.
if he's got $120 million and you want me to be involved in this, it's going to cost you more than half a bill.
Yeah. But did they know who they could approach? How do you, as security, besides the security people and the pilots, somebody got paid to look the other way?
I don't know if that hostage negotiator guy is quoted in the article as saying like this is impossible.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't say, because they expected him to even call it off like at the last second.
And you don't have to look the other way when a drum box rolls by you. You know what I mean?
It sounds to me like there was enough reasonable doubt that they hadn't paid everybody off and like, this was a done deal.
And I would imagine that the punishments for a police officer accepting a bribe in this
Oh
case,
my God, in Japan.
yeah, it's not exactly, they're not going through the American legal system. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They understand that it's their life and their family's lives.
Yeah, but look at the
and-
Yakuza. I mean, there's crime in Japan. There's a lot of crime in Japan. They just handle it differently. But somebody could have been paid off. And they might
Also, Mike-
they might be protecting whoever it was and said, look, we there's no need to implicate this guy.
Mike brings up a good point. The bribery is very difficult in Japan because of their honor system.
What?
No, like they have a lot
But
of
people-
honor. Not like you're on the honor system.
People get bribed in
no,
Japan,
but
no?
they're a much more,
The honor system is what made them.
No, not the honor system. They just carry more honor with them.
Look at what they were doing to this guy.
That's an illusion.
That's a group of people. They're not necessarily Japanese.
No, the
Japanese
prosecutors-
police?
Oh, what do you mean the prosecutors?
The
The
Japanese
Japanese.
police were treating this guy so horribly that he had to sneak into a drum box and jump onto a private jet. Tell Mike to yell his opinions in another room.
No, you might be right, but bribery anywhere is risky, especially with international shit. But did they find somebody in
I
Lebanon?
mean, they bribed those guards in the Epstein case
Yeah,
so they could go in and murder him.
that's a good point.
Troy, what say you?
Come on, we moved past this.
Oh.
But it does go to show you that, you can pull shady shit off if you have money. and
100%.
Power.
This is the. You're saying
Nope, I'm not saying anything.
there was a power structure here. The question that Jim asks is, how does one sneak out like this?
Was there a bribe involved?
And your answer is, among other things,
You can answer it.
power structure. Now, this would be the opposite, though, because he was working against governmental power structure.
All I'm saying is this kind of shit does happen. It can happen.
It did happen.
Yeah.
Look at this guy in Lebanon.
So if it happened here, don't you think
It
throughout
can
history?
happen anywhere. Yeah, of course.
Tired of Mike Montone watching Bruce Lee kung fu movies and thinking
his
the Japanese
dumb
don't take
honor
bribes.
Statement. But he's not wrong. I mean, the
He
culturally.
says he did live in Japan for 2 years.
Oh, all right. You worked in a band, did you? That's military. I think fucking Mike's involved in this whole.
I was the bass player. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, talk to Larry at the airport. He stinks.
I spent a lot of time sneaking people out of Japan.
Sure he did. Mike smuggled gerbils in his asshole.
After Mike's 2 years in Japan, the gerbil population had diminished so insanely. Nobody could understand what had
It
happened.
plummeted to 4. There were 4 that he smuggled gerbils and human fingernails.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in America, it was just gerbil fever. No, how did all these gerbils get here? And why are they all brown?
So you lived, yeah, they're all skittish. So you lived in Japan. Okay, so now how do you think, because they seem pretty rigorous about security.
Yeah, so they if you were to accept a bribe or something like that, there's a huge element of shame associated with like people go off. They have suicide forests. They remember that YouTuber
Logan Paul.
Yeah, so
Made
that's
the hilarious suicide forest video.
yeah, so that's a really big thing. Like if you run afoul of whatever the country's customs are, people really do kill themselves. I would think that it was probably working with the ex-Green Berets who just did really extensive site reconnaissance and figured out if there is a crack, it's this. They don't check the big boxes. Let's take a shot and put them in.
I wonder if
That's
they flew
what
in
Mike
and
had
out
to
of
find,
there.
by the way, with the gerbils. They say, "Where's the crack?" And Mike said, "Right back here." Put them up.
Was I smuggling them into the country or out?
Both. Nobody understood why.
You were just traveling with them.
Yeah.
It was
Until
recreational.
they stopped struggling.
It's
It's
basically
a therapy animal.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was just how you. It was how you snuck past the carry-on laws.
That's so crazy that 'cause those guys took a huge risk too.
But then that's what I mean. Can you imagine the shame of the police officers that were there? Hey, just make sure he doesn't sneak out of this hotel. You got it, boss. Boy.
was he even being washed in the hotel? Maybe.
Definitely. Yes, he was. You know how you know he was being watched in the hotel? Because he had to sneak out in a drum box with air holes in it.
Mm,
If he wasn't being watched in the hotel,
that's a good
he
point.
would just leave. Yes, he was definitely being watched. There wasn't a security camera in the room. That's why they used the hotel, I'm assuming. But, yeah, I mean, they were definitely keeping track of his comings and goings. He's a very rich man. And as Troy has pointed out, power structures allow very rich men to do dastardly things.
Well, I don't disagree.
Right. You did it a couple days ago, but...
Not with that.
Gray area.
There is a little gray area here. I will say that.
Man, I would love to know more about this.
Yeah.
How
Would you be okay sitting down in a room with this guy?
Oh, all I want to do is ask questions. Did you cut gassers in the box?
Oh, yeah. Can you
Was
imagine?
there water in there for you? Are you hungry?
Are you hungry? It's not like he was in there for days.
Do you get car sick? I would hate to be on a private plane without a...
I would think that his adrenaline was probably pumping so high he wasn't like, oh, do I still get chips if I'm in this
What's
box?
that?
Do I still get the Terra Blues if I'm in this box?
This is if you're nervous and you have to shit.
I know.
Jim would go nuts.
You know how fucking scared he must have been getting in that box? Like when the box was moving, and then he's like, all right, we're doing this. We're actually doing it.
I just thought of Jim, right? Let's say Jim is this guy. He's the billionaire,
It's
right?
easy to believe.
I could believe
A
it.
gentleman, a
100
figure of import and taste.
120 million to your name, and the Japanese won't let you go. And Jim is sitting there, and he's with the Green Berets with their guitars, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna put you in this box. We're gonna have air holes here, and we're gonna sneak you to this airport." And Jim is like, "Okay, now if I have to shit, where do I go?" Because Jim would just obsess over the where do I go to the bathroom questions.
Dude, all right, we're about to leave the hotel, so keep it down. Hey, go to the bathroom.
I drank a big cold brew before
I gotta
got
pee.
in.
I gotta pee. Can we go back real quick?
No, we can't go back. We're in the lobby already.
He sat in the back.
We have to pee.
He sat in the back of the plane. I love that.
Can we make one of the air holes big enough that you could put a Starbucks cup through, just in case I want a
Just in
coffee or
case I have to
something?
whiz?
Or in case I have to whiz through it, or
Yeah, did they go through the lobby, or did they just check you out the next day, or did they go out? I guess they went out at night.
they went out at night, I think.
But think about the band. It said 20 times, right? They had they went around.
Back in- yeah.
So a band's got to go play somewhere 20 times.
To keep up appearances.
Yeah.
They might not have traveled as a band.
Oh, meaning that they just traveled around and did their surveillance. They must have traveled as a band a few times, though, just to see. Like, they said there was no official dry run, but I'm sure they had experience doing stuff like this.
They might have taken a box or two
Yes.
of equipment out of that airport before.
Yes.
Maybe they even saw, okay, that's the guy we see. He works this night and that night. He never checks. We're friendly. I've seen him twice before. He'll just go, hello, go through. Hey, how was the gig? Oh, good, you know.
I hope that they make this into a movie, but they cast it with all women to make it even better.
I would love that.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
Two guys hurt their backs putting her on the plane.
Yeah, because it would work in a couple ways. Number one, more women in film. Number two, women millionaires. You know, I think it would be better that
You
way.
seem more woke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aquafina's over there saying wacky shit the whole time. I would love it. I think
Cardi
it'd be
B.
great. Cardi B's
Cardi
in
B
there.
could be the head of the military reconnaissance
Right.
unit.
They're like, which plane should we get on? And she's like, "Brrr." And you're like, okay, Cardi.
And J-Lo could play the fucking
Perfect.
billionaire lady.
Perfect. Salma Hayek's trying to fit her titties into the box just to check.
Who's the bass player?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess Anne Hathaway probably.
They have
Anne
a-
Hathaway would play the bass player.
They have a misunderstanding because she's like, what do you mean? I'm using Vagisil. And they're like, what? And she goes, oh, I think you said a dry run. I think you said a dry cunt.
Oh, that's good. He said it's a little feminine humor.
Little humor, yeah.
Little feminine humor. And they're like, oh, how are you going to get past that police chief? And you know who the police chief is? Beyonce. That'd be really tough to get through.
Cool.
I would watch that movie.
All-star cast.
No, you
Yeah.
have to have a man.
Oh, as the
As a
villain.
bad guy.
As the villain.
Yeah. And a man would be the guy that they fool at the airport.
Yes.
And he'd be
I love
bungling.
that.
He'd be like, I'm going to look inside this box.
Right.
And then something would happen where they would go, look over here, it's a red ball. And then they would roll it, and the man would look at the ball, and then they would roll it past quietly.
Right. We get
While
the guy.
the one is flirting with him.
And get the guy who played Richard Jewell. The guy who played Jeff Galooly's bodyguard in
Right.
in I, Tonya.
Tanya Harding, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you flirt, the pretty girl would flirt. And I think you're as cute as a button, and I'd like to be your girl. And he's like, really? And then they wheel the thing right behind him.
I got it, guys. You know who is the part of the Green Beret team that flirts with the guard? Lizzo.
Ooh,
Is that not great casting?
good call.
Is that not great?
She's hot
Yeah.
right now.
She's so hot right now. She is so hot right now. Yeah, I think this could be really something.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait until they incorporate it into Succession. Dad,
No, I don't want to do that.
Dad,
This
they
has,
won't let you out, Dad.
this has nothing to do with
We're
Succession.
going to put you in a box. Shiv, I got a drill. Man, drill the hole, put your dick through the little holes in the box. Why don't you do that? Hey, we're going to drill some little fuck holes, pussy shit farts.
What about when the bumbling cousin has to try to help them?
I can't do his, I
do
say
Greg?
something silly. Nope, we're just getting on a plane. We're just getting on a plane. No people in these boxes.
Who do you think is the Greg of this show? I think Travis probably.
That's fine. I'll be Greg.
You'll be cousin Greg?
He was smart. He saved those files.
What's Shiv's husband's name?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What is it?
Wait. I don't know.
There's a better room?
Yeah. I think that's
Just a better room.
probably. you know who that definitely is?
Rob?
No, it's Troy. There's another
right.
group text.
You're right.
there's,
You're right.
there's
That's
another group
right.
text. Just on that constant hunt for acceptance.
Then again, I don't know. I see a little of myself in him, too.
No, you're
There's
Brian
a-
Cox.
There's a cuck angle.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, okay, no. I see sexually. Yeah,
But yeah.
but you're Brian Cox.
Oh, Tom.
Tom. Yeah,
Yeah.
Troy is Tom.
Yeah.
You're Brian Cox.
Fuck off.
Rob is honest. Rob is probably.
Shiv. Who's Rob?
Rob is the older brother whose mouth is agape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because think about it. If you're Brian Cox, Rob is just around you going, okay, Jim, what do you need, Jim?
He's Kendall.
He's Kendall. Rob is Kendall.
Oh yeah, because Kendall's like just doing what
Doing
his
what he's
dad
told.
wants.
Don't fuck this up.
And Rob does the same. Okay,
Dad,
okay.
we're going to get you out.
Yeah.
We got air holes and we're going to get you out, Dad.
Except he somehow always managed to fuck it up.
I forgot to report the podcast, Dad.
Sorry, Dad. I didn't record the podcast, Dad.
Why, Jeff?
Oh, I shouldn't
trying
have
to tie it all
It's
together.
just a storyline for the show.
Mm.
It's the engineer's fault, Dad.
Who's Connor?
Which one's Connor?
Connor is
was the
is-
unborn-
What's his face from
Oh.
Ferris Bueller?
Oh.
Don't say-
It's not even... It's so outdated.
I know.
But it's still like we all got it, didn't we? The one who's kind of on the outside and thinks that it's better, but he really wants to just be accepted.
Oh, hot dog.
Yeah, hot dog is so Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Political-
Terrible ideas. Wants to run for president.
I'm gonna run for president.
Political ideology
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
flawed and idiotic.
And I'll be Connor's escort wife who hates him.
Oh, I like her. Yeah, I like her. She's so sexy. Her shit play.
Yeah.
And then the fucking Shiv fucks the actor, of course.
Yeah, she does. She makes Tom, played by Troy, agree to an open marriage right after they got married.
On the wedding night, yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
They're already married. Like, what do you...
I'll
like-
watch season 3 too. I mean, I will watch it.
I know
You
you
have to.
Yeah,
but I'm going to make
Show
sure
content.
that I watch every episode the minute it airs. Because if I watch it after Jim, he will have ruined it.
we got a box.
I was literally getting text messages, not just tweets, text messages, when Succession was winning at the Golden Globes, going, I can't wait for Monday. I can't.
Yeah, I would have taken that trophy and shoved it in your pussy if I'd wanted. Get a little cum and pussy juice all over it.
Man, you're so vulgar. It's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, we can do this. I mean, look, I got what it takes. Give me a pump of Coke.
Oh, man, you do drugs too?
Yeah, for breakfast.
Wow.
Cunt pussy.
Oh, okay.
Cunt pussy
More
nipples.
cursing.
Oh. Such an unbelievable. But if I just go jerk off in your bathroom while you yell at me? Whoever wrote that, I know that she was in the industry, so she obviously has
She knows.
experience. Yeah. But they are almost making a caricature. I think Billions does it with one of them too, but I don't know what the domination
Oh,
angle
yeah.
is. If it's, I don't know if it's legit, but it's not always as cut and dry as that.
Billions, their dominatrix angle is the Paul Giamatti character and his wife have a dominatrix thing going on.
Oh.
But he's married to her. He's not like hiring her.
Okay.
So. And I like Billions. And I think it's interesting, but maybe you ruined that for me too.
I wonder how realistic the domination is. Like, does she put her hiney on his face and say sniff?
No, it's not necessary.
All right, well, just asking.
I mean, there's implications
Sniff.
based on set decoration and everything. You don't need to have
You wouldn't
that kind
like
of...
that?
No.
Would you like it if a girl put her ass on your face and said sniff?
Love it.
You would, right? What would
course.
you do?
Sniff.
Yeah, of course. Like a dog.
Troy gets off when there's a power structure involved.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's always a little brown area.
Yeah.
Break?
Yeah, we'll take a break. Mark Norman's coming in today. TJ Miller coming in today.
Hey.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
Gonna
and
be a fun day.
by the way, Boston, April 5th, and April 4th is, or is it 3rd, 4th, 5th? I don't know. Foxwoods in Connecticut is a Friday, Saturday, selling very, very well. So thank you. And The Degenerates, watch on Netflix.
Do you see that Mike Montone is literally wearing a T-shirt that says Arnold is numero
I love it.
uno?
It works for him.
He looks more ripped today than ever.
I just love that he owns it. You know what I mean? Like, he's not sitting there going like, oh, don't make fun of me for, having weights on the mind all the time. He's like, no, these arms aren't by mistake.
Thank you, gentlemen. This is all incredibly flattering.
Yeah. Well, you look great.
You realize if everybody on this show was like, let's kick his fucking ass, he would beat all of us up.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, big trouble.
Do you
When
have a
he
bad
heard-
temper?
No, I'm pretty laid back.
Remember when Arnold had that clip and he was like, when I get a pump on, it feels like I'm coming. So it's like I'm coming day and night. We were all like, that's the craziest shit I ever heard. And Mike's like, yeah, that's 100% accurate. Do you feel like you're coming day and night?
Yeah, but that's because of the constant masturbation.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did you say I got a pump on, Arnold?
Yeah.
When I pump up, when I bows up.
When I bows.
What's a bows?
Pose.
It's like,
Oh,
When I pose.
no,
pose up or is it bows up?
he says bows.
Oh, but he means pose, right?
I think he does, but I prefer bows.
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with getting a pump?
Nothing at all.
Oh.
Just wasn't sure if you use that language.
Of course he does. That's the word. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Morse from Sex with Emily, and I'm here to help you up your sex game. You might be thinking you don't need any help. Well, think again. Maybe you thought a threesome was just for fantasies. You want to know once and for all if size really matters? Don't worry, I got you covered. And now you can hear me on Faction Talk, Saturday nights at 7 and Sunday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern. It's Sex Family for the guys, Saturday and Sunday nights on Faction Talk and on demand on SiriusXM Channel 103.
This is Trey Anastasio from Fish.
Fish is known for legendary live performances.
The thing that I like the most is that everybody says yes to every idea.
And on-stage improvisation.
When I walk on stage, I've trained myself to go completely blank.
Dive into their weird and wonderful world. with exclusive commentary and shows hosted by band members.
There's a lot more preparation than might be seen, but there's also a lot more abandoned than might be believed.
Fish Radio, Channel 29, or download the SiriusXM app today to listen outside the car.
Are you a business owner who needs working capital to help grow and support your business? Do you know where the money is going to come from? Have you been turned down from a local bank? If you need working capital and need it now, call Capitus. We provide up to $1 million in alternative financing to retailers, restaurants, hotels, and hundreds of different types of businesses. Unlike getting financing through a bank, our unique financing services are very flexible, with repayment plans customized to meet your needs. Our underwriting is extremely fast, allowing approval in as little as 1 day. It's totally stress-free. If you've been in business for at least a year, have an annual revenue of $150,000 or more with a minimum credit score of 550, pick up the phone and call now for a free no-obligation consultation to see what you qualify for. Dial 800-950-3788. 800-950-3788. That's 800-950-3788.
It's a new year, the perfect opportunity to take your business to the next level by hiring the right people. Finding qualified candidates can be challenging. To keep growing your team, you need the right tools to help you hiring streamlined and efficient. Luckily, ZipRecruiter makes hiring easy. ZipRecruiter sends your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards. But they don't stop there. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience and invite them to apply for your job. As applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates, so you never miss a great match. ZipRecruiter is so effective that 4 to 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/Teft. That's TEFFT. ZipRecruiter.com/Teft. ZipRecruiter.com/Teft. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
It's Peter Tilden for Natron's Healthy Trinity Probiotics. You've heard the term probiotics for a long time, but you probably don't know what they are. Well, Dr. Chris Diadamo, he teaches medical students and physicians about nutrition and health, and he can explain it to you.
Choose a probiotic with bacterial species shown in clinical studies to improve your digestive health, boost your immune system, and even promote positive emotional states. Don't be deceived by flashy advertising promising sky-high bacterial counts, blends combining dozens of bacterial species with unknown effects, and other cheap tricks. Choose quality over quantity. Choose Natron's Healthy Trinity, the original, clinically supported category leader in probiotics.
Probiotic is a living culture, and to be effective, it needs to be kept refrigerated from manufacturing all the way till you use it. So avoid those shelf-stable probiotics that may have been sitting on a loading dock at over 100 degrees. They're all fried up. Feel the Natron difference. Get Natron's Healthy Trinity. It's in your probiotic cooler section at Whole Foods, Sprouts, your favorite health food store, or you can go online at natron.com. That's natron.com, NATREN.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Yeah, Roman. Talking about erectile dysfunction isn't easy. Usually we just brush it off. We blame ourselves. We say things like, I'm tired, I lost my mojo, there's possible war, any excuse. Roman, it's easy to talk about with a real doctor who can prescribe real medication. Now, it's simple, it's safe, and it's totally discreet. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for your not functioning properly penis. Call it what it is. ED. It's erection difficulties. It's an ugly thought. Say it. All from the comfort and privacy of your own home because you want to fix it. The doctor will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication's appropriate, Roman will ship it to you with free 2-day shipping. Getting started is very simple. You go to GetRoman.com/Teft, TEFFT, complete an online visit. Erectile dysfunction used to be tough to tackle, but now there's Roman. Complete an online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it. Just go to GetRoman.com/Teft. Get a free online visit and free 2-day shipping. GetRoman.com/Teft.
Sirius XM, Channel 103. Faction Talk.
All right, guys. Here it is. this is the announcement you've been waiting for. Steven Singer! He's releasing a brand new color of his famous 24-karat gold-dipped roses for Valentine's Day, and Steven's gone above and beyond. The new rose color has been the most requested color by collectors and fans. Are you ready? The brand new color for 2020 is rose. That's right, a rose. A rose gold rose. His popular, fully dipped, classic gold rose now comes deeply dipped in rose gold. Picture a real long stem, American Beauty rose, preserved and completely dipped in a pink gold finish, which is called rose gold. That's right. Same lifetime guarantee, same fast and free shipping, and same unbeatable customer service, just with a brand new look. Steven's rose gold roses start at only $69. Add something new to a previous bouquet, or start a new one with the new classic rose gold rose. Visit Steven's showroom in Philly or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. Real roses, real jewelers, real gold, all at the perfect price. IHateStevenSinger.com.
The people are fun.
They're great to listen to. Lots of entertainment.
The beer is cold, and your favorite country artists are always stopping by.
They're so open to the people, and they love the fans.
Hey, it's Buzz Brainerd from the Highway.
Buzz, there you are.
Inviting you to the Music Row Happy Hour.
The Music Row Happy Hour is a must.
Every Friday from 4 to 8 p.m. Eastern, we throw a Nashville party at Margaritaville. But no matter where you are, you're welcome to party with me every afternoon on the Highway Channel 56.
The Highway!
And on your phone or at home on SiriusXM connected devices and speakers.
Saturday, Ohio State looks to keep up their hot start as they battle Indiana on Fox.
Watch out.
The Buckeyes and Caleb Wesson are cruising toward a deep run in March.
Nice.
With conference play now in full swing, they face a tough road showdown against the Big Ten rival Hoosiers.
Exclamation point.
Ohio State, Indiana, Saturday at 11:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
For years, you've been thinking about LASIK. You've been talking about LASIK. So now, it's finally time to get LASIK. Right now, LASIK Plus is offering LASIK starting at just $250 per eye. If you're nearsighted, farsighted, or even if you have an astigmatism, LASIK Plus can help fix your vision, starting at just $250 per eye. Our best price ever. So get rid of the daily hassles of contacts and glasses and enjoy the newfound freedom of LASIK from LASIK Plus. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com today and schedule your free LASIK exam. The LASIK Plus doctors are among the area's most experienced LASIK surgeons. So take advantage of this amazing LASIK Plus price today. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com. Results may vary. Restrictions apply. See details at LASIK250.com.
Hello, beautiful. It's a new year. How about a vibrant new hair color? I'm Amy Errett, founder and CEO of Madison Reed, a company I named after my daughter. Our mission empowers women with a better way to get gorgeous hair color while saving both time and money. Our ammonia-free hair color delivers soft, shiny, multi-dimensional, healthy-looking results, whether you do it at home or we do it in a Madison Reed color bar. Visit madison-reed.com, take our online color quiz, and we'll deliver your perfect shade to your door starting at just $22. Or visit our color bars for fast and fabulous color services and incredible new client specials. So if looking good, feeling great, saving time and money are on your list of New Year's resolutions, try Madison Reed. Get 10% off plus free shipping online on your first color kit. Use code FUTURE. That's code FUTURE.
If you owe the IRS, they want their money and will do whatever it takes to get it. But the truth is, they would rather settle for less than bother you more. That's why they're offering the Fresh Start program to help you solve your tax problem for good. You may qualify for tax relief that saves you thousands. Nobody knows this program better than Optima Tax Relief. They will fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-613-8836. 800-613-8836.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
And now, Jim Norton and Sam Roberts return.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Woo, child, tired of the foolish. Gone, dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving, yes, Lord. Step into some new kicks. In there, swimwear, going to the
Lizzo makes me confident. She makes me.
Is this her?
She makes me. Yeah, she makes me feel good about my body.
This is Lizzo?
This is Lizzo.
She was fun in Hustlers.
Ladies and gentlemen, new for 2020, the one and the only Mark Normand has joined us.
She's one of those ladies you have to pretend to find attractive.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Jillian Michaels people are criticizing Jillian Michaels, the fitness lady.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
Why?
Because she went on the television set, and she was like, I don't know why we're all saying that it's yeah, that's right. She was like,
she was on the boob tube.
She was on the boob tube. I seen her, and she was like, I don't know why we're all saying that it's so great that Lizzo's doing this with her body. She was like, it's not gonna be awesome when she's got diabetes, and she's right. She was trying to say,
of course,
it's healthy to be in better shape.
Yeah,
but people she was fat shaming.
Hey, if you're fat, you shouldn't be. How's that? It's what the fuck is so hard about that? Everyone
Says
knows that.
who, Jim?
No one ever says, wow, you put on 80 pounds, you look great.
Yeah, and it's mixed signals because whenever someone loses weight, we throw them a party. Good for you, congratulations! And we show all these infomercials like before and after, and it's a guy with big pants.
Yeah, you want to
who's a
stop body
pedophile.
shaming? How about this, lady? Start fucking fat guys.
Ah,
how about that?
I like it.
All you fake woke models, all you fake polite people, start fucking guys who are 80 pounds overweight, and then I'll believe
What
you
if
with
they're
all
rich? Is
this
that
body
okay?
shaming shit.
Fat
What's that?
guys with money get laid.
That's different, though. I'm talking about just because they're fat, or just because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't shame it at all. Okay, great. So start sucking fat guys' dicks.
If you
Just
can find
because,
'em.
but I mean,
Yes.
on the same financial level, not guys who are, wealthy or guys who are power. Just regular dudes. Start fucking those guys, and then I'll listen to what you have to say about body
Big
shaming.
is beautiful, Jim. You need to get with it.
With breasts, yes.
And dongs.
Yeah,
And butts.
To be fair,
Let's see what she said, because this is not bad.
This was Jillian Michaels. She was on the boob tube recently.
I have to say, I've personally found, and I love celebrities like Lizzo or Ashley Graham who are really preaching self-acceptance.
I love her music.
Yeah,
100%. I don't know anything about her. I'm sure she's a cool, awesome chick.
Yeah, and I love that they're putting images out there that we normally don't get to see, of bodies that we don't get to see being celebrated. And
Why are we celebrating her body? Why does it matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't we celebrating her music? Because
it's a good point.
It isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes.
That's the fat shaming.
She's not shaming her. She's she's.
It's
the
a
truth.
fact. Here's where Jillian
And
Michaels.
the woman is mentioning her because she's fat. That's why she's mentioning her body.
Of course. Here's what Jillian Michaels is saying. The more we say that it's great that women are allowed to gain weight, the worse it is for my goddamn business. Let's stop this right now, and let's get back to people being in shape, being in style, so they can buy my stuff.
She's right, though.
But
she's right.
All we do is go, hey, don't objectify. But then when someone's fat and gross, you're allowed to go, you're beautiful, you're sexy. But isn't that the same thing?
The whole thing is based in a lie. The
all
whole
a lie.
thing is a lie. It's like everybody's pretending
Yes.
at a Halloween party.
You're
It's not
not-
real.
Yeah,
You're going, no, she is gross. Shut up. Go the other way. That's
And
the
she's
whole
fat.
thing.
It shouldn't be fat's beautiful. It should be fat is fine. You can be fat. I don't care if you're fat.
Yeah,
Good
fat
for
it up.
you.
I feel like now more than ever, you're surrounded by the right answer, not the actual answer.
Yeah.
Not like, hey, I'm going to ask you, Mark, like, what do you think of this? And you sit there and you don't tell me what you think of it because you take 5 seconds to figure out what's the right answer.
Yes.
And then you tell me what the right answer is, and you don't even know what you think anymore.
That's everything. You got to filter everything now.
Because you're not thinking about what you think. You're thinking about what you're supposed to say.
Yeah. This is
So you don't
Buzz-
have any thoughts. You don't have any
Exactly.
feelings about
This is
anything.
BuzzFeed News.
Yeah.
How does this girl respond to her honest answer?
By the way, that's the other thing. Like, there's so many outlets now that Jillian Michaels, if she wasn't taking shit, nobody would even ever know she was on AM to DM. This is one of those things where you go, why did I even do
I've never heard
AM
of
to
that.
And
DM?
BuzzFeed is probably pushing it out because it's their news. So, of course, they want it to be
I mean, to be
a
fair,
story.
if
Right.
Jillian Michaels went on our show and was like, you guys think Lizzo's too fat? We go like, yeah, but we're going to push this. We're
No,
gonna
I'm
push
not.
this
I'm
video
saying, but that's
everywhere.
why it's a story. 'Cause
Oh,
being
totally.
pushed, yeah.
Totally. But I'm saying that there's so much room for something negative to happen on going on shows like this, but very little room for positive things.
Yeah,
to
by the
happen.
way,
you know what I mean? Because
no one cares about positives out.
Hey, you fat pig. That's fat shaming. Hey, you're disgusting because you're fat. That's fat shaming.
That sucks.
Hey, you're better off losing weight because it's healthier. It's not fucking fat shaming.
Yeah.
It still hurts.
So stupid. Too bad. Too fucking bad. You know why I'm on a diet again? Because I put weight on. Like, you know why? Because I was a fat fuck.
Yeah.
I lost weight because I was a fat fuck.
We've seen the photos.
Yes, I was awful.
Yeah.
And I knew I was awful, and I hated
too.
my fucking fat tits.
Yeah.
I wasn't under some illusion. Gee, my side fat is sexy. No, it's not.
No, it wasn't.
You had quite a neck.
I really did. I should have been eating frogs in a fucking pond. Fucking fat neck cocksucker.
Well, let's check in on Ralphie May on this situation, huh?
But it's based. It's all a lie. I mean, again, there's another. If you want to be fat, go ahead. I have no issue with it.
Fat it up.
And there are a lot of fat girls that are hot and fat guys that are good. Great.
Sure.
But let's not pretend that it's healthy as healthy.
It is better for you to be fat.
I've never heard a doctor once say
Your career,
being fat is really good for you. No doctor says that.
Of course. But you know what's weird is
Can you imagine if a doctor had to say that? Actually, in some ways, being fat is very.
You
very
have to
good
stop
for
going
you.
to the gym because you're beginning to trim down.
Right.
Being fat is healthy. How did this girl respond? I want to see the other video. How did this girl respond to that honest answer?
She probably responded very, very quietly because it was like, I'm going to let you talk, and then I'm going to push this video out.
Well, by the way, the girl who's on TV, because she's really... Go back and let me see how hot this girl is.
I wouldn't say
the
hot.
one, or attractive, at least. The one being interviewing her. She's attractive.
She's got some plump on her,
She
though.
does, yeah.
So she's going to defend.
She has nice shoulders.
It's all about punch up, punch down now. But we have to come to a consensus on what is up and what is down. Because for everyone else, it's different.
There is no up and down. It's just silly.
I'm with Colin. I think Ricky at the Golden Globes was punching down,
All right,
and it was
fair enough.
disgusting.
But it also goes the other way, too, because everybody complains about how Adele's skinny now.
Yeah.
And she's too skinny.
She is too skinny.
Like, she's getting shit online for being too skinny.
Oh, she looks unhealthy. Is she sick?
Yeah.
She's too skinny.
But she's just lost weight.
Yeah,
Too much.
Can we see the end of
Too
the
much.
video? I want to see
Too much. It's not healthy, Travis.
Thank you.
Her body, why does it matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't we celebrating her music? Because
That's a great point.
it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes.
Well, I want to ask you.
I'm just
probably
being
has it.
honest. Like, I love her music. Like, my kid loves her music. But there's never a moment where I'm like, and I'm so glad that she's overweight. Like, why do I even care? Why is it my job to care about her weight?
You know what it is? This
Good
skinny
point.
white woman is criticizing a heavy black woman who's doing well, and that's a big part of
It
why
hurts.
people are
Up
bothered
and down.
by
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Punching up, punching
But
down.
it's not
That's what
punching
it all comes
down.
back to.
It's just one woman who's healthy.
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that's how people read it.
Yeah.
Yes. And by the way, she was biting her tongue there. Jillian
Oh,
Michaels
of course.
thinks that Lizzo's disgusting.
Now let's see Lizzo. I have not seen this video.
She went on Instagram because, by the way, Lizzo's not on Twitter anymore.
She's probably going to do something outrageous with her body and go, "I'm beautiful," or "I'm my body." Let's see. Man likes. Let's see. I don't know.
Lizzo took a break from Twitter because the trolls were too much.
Let's see what she has to say. I'm sure it's very interesting.
She's looking sexy.
What?
Is that what that is?
I think so.
Can we get a cut
That
to
was
Jabba?
it?
Oh, she's just looking sexy. She's saying, "Yeah, so I'm sexy." She had like a purple transparent robe on and a little lingerie type outfit. Lizzo wears a lot of revealing clothing. She's nude on her
Which is
album
fun, which
cover.
is great.
Yes.
But because she's got a pretty face, nice big breasts. I'm not into the bigger girls, but a lot of guys like that. Good for you.
Sure.
That's
I
right.
think that's
All right, you know
I'm
what?
not
At
mad.
least
I'm not mad at it either.
I don't give a fuck. No,
This is
at
called
least she didn't
throwing
get
shade.
What's that?
This
right.
is throwing shade.
That's right, Mark.
Yes.
That's 100%
And,
correct.
and she responded, I guess,
And
better
she
than I
can-
thought she would.
She can produce a lot of shade.
Okay,
She
see,
sure
that's
can, yeah.
shame.
Yes,
That's
yes.
you just
shame.
punched
Wow.
down. You
That's-
just punched
but
down. Look
that's a
how
fact.
good shape you're in.
Punching down.
Look how good shape you're in, Mark.
Fucking assholes keep saying that.
Must be nice to be a white man.
It's really
Must
more
be nice.
punching soft.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
Oh my!
Wow.
Oh, I can't believe this is terrible.
It's soft. I don't think she's a tight bod there.
Oh my God!
All right, but
Troy,
here's
you're flabbergasted by this
I
type
can't
of talk.
believe he would talk like that.
I don't
Straight
like
white
that
male.
talk.
Hey, I was a fat kid, all right?
Must be nice to be cis.
Well, we got to stop calling fat people oppressed because you did it to yourself, right?
It's an addiction. Like Morgan Spurlock raised a great point in his documentary about the way we shame people for smoking. And again, eating is different because you have to eat, but we don't shame people for eating as badly as we do for smoking. And look what fucking how much money it costs to bad health, purposely bad health.
It's not the same.
Or laziness.
It's starting to get there with fast food and soda. When you see people drinking fast food and soda, there are dirty looks being thrown around now.
Yeah.
You really eating McDonald's right now?
But here's what I don't get. There's always these underwear commercials where they go, these underwear are for real women, and it's a bunch of fat ladies. And you're like, so what? Thin women aren't real women? Isn't that excluding?
Well, they're saying the real woman is not necessarily the image that we've been given for all those years. They're saying real women as in this is what women look like as opposed to the 0.01% that is model thin. The other 99.9% of us are flawed. I guess that's my guess.
It's in response to the images that we've been shown for years.
Right.
Like that is not accurate to who you are.
I know, but now you're saying this one look is the real thing. So this is it. This is how it's supposed to look. And you're like, but what if you don't look like that? So you're just pushing away another group that doesn't look like your group, which is what they did.
I don't think the thin, pretty chicks are in any trouble.
They're not in any trouble, but I'm just saying you can't have it both ways.
Oh,
We're just pretending.
They're pretending.
The entire country is make pretending.
I see why this is such an issue. Sean in Boston has figured it out.
Uh-oh.
Sean, what's up, buddy?
Morning kisses from my boys.
Okay.
I was wondering if all this Lizzo stuff is making Mark nervous that his girlfriend's going to be fine with being a big fatty.
Yeah, because you had said she'd gained a tremendous amount of weight.
Oh, yeah. Had a real trouble with the Rascal yesterday, trying to get that in an elevator.
So maybe that's the issue.
But if you go, hey, Katy Perry's a hot piece of A, people go, whoa, what about her music? But if you go, hey, Lizzo's a hot piece of A, they go, good for you.
That's true.
That's what annoys me. That's
It's
all
make
I'm saying.
pretend. When you realize you're on the set of a play, and you're not dealing with anything real, it's not as upsetting anymore. None of it's real.
Right.
All of this is a lie. It's garbage. It's people pretending because they want to say the right thing. They want to seem woke. They want to seem sensitive. They're afraid. It's all based in being afraid of the mob. It's bullshit. It's a lie. So you can't get as mad about it because it's like walking out to a movie set and going, "I'm mad that we're all pretending." That's what culture is. It's a movie set.
I realized that none of this stuff has ever bothered me because I grew up with professional wrestling.
Yeah,
and it's all it's
true.
all performance.
We're too busy jerking off looking at those guys to get mad.
It wasn't for sexual gratification.
But at least those guys get hospitalized. So every now and then they get hurt.
Yes,
so there's
they do.
something to it.
Right. That there is a truth.
Yes.
To the performance.
Right.
Whereas in this sort of play that we're acting out for each other, there's literally nothing to it.
It's clearly fake. You're getting hit with a folding chair by a guy dressed like Uncle Sam for some reason. But it is.
Right. But that is an
there's
actual
pain
folding
involved.
chair.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
There's the truth in it.
Guys do get hurt.
There is no nugget of truth in the well, this is what I think. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't think that at all.
You don't at all.
Whoopi Goldberg actually said it. She's the one who I heard say it the best about political correctness many years ago. And I don't know if she was quoting someone, but she said it's not based in, I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to tell you what I think you want to hear. I think that was the best explanation for what this whole woke thing is. And it's not just political correct. I'm not arguing it like as some old man point. It affects it affects the way we fucking we interact.
I mean,
it affects everything. It affects people's jobs.
It's
100%.
just niceness. That's all it is. It's like, I can't say retard. I'll say special needs. It's just keeping it nice. That's all it is.
But the people doing it, the punishment, the lack of context, they aren't nice. That's the best part of it. Is it's not a nice thing.
The mob.
It's the idea of I'm going to remove all context because the idea of fucking punishing you feels so good. Woke culture is not gentle. It's not nurturing. It's punishing. It's vindictive. It's unforgiving. And there is zero fucking room for error.
They talked about it in Don't Fuck with Cats. That was a big part of the first part of it.
Ironically, it's not very tolerable. There's not a lot of tolerance with all this tolerance.
There's zero tolerance. Once in a while, they'll give someone they really like a pass, or by ignoring it. Like cultural appropriation applies to certain people.
Right.
Certain people can say the N-word. Certain people can do this. Certain people can fat shame. Certain people, but it will ignore it. We'll pretend we didn't hear it.
Right.
I mean, I've said it before, but the thing happened when bullying became the number one. Not that bullying was ever good, but when bullying became the number one problem in the world, that we all need to talk about what an issue this is, and you can't be if you're a bully. it's a death sentence for the rest of your life. You can't do it. So people had to start finding individuals and ideals that they could be like, but that's bad. That's the bad guy. So we can all gang up and get our bully energy out on this
It feels so
thing, this person. So today it's Jillian Michaels. Like there's that thing in me that I have to gang up and attack somebody weaker.
Yes.
And once you're in the position, well, Jillian Michaels, what do you mean weaker? She's a white female. But once she's said something that she's not supposed to say, and everybody is like
You're
against her,
allowed.
now she is weaker.
Or it's just
And now you can
attacking
attack.
someone, even if they're not weaker. It just feels good. Like, you ever see footage of somebody being beaten to death by you'll see those footages, like say an African thief that in the village where they'll beat him. You see guys walking over as this guy is writhing, and they'll hit him with sticks, or they'll throw rocks at him and walk away. It's almost like people forget that somebody is filming, or they don't care, because when you're in a mob, it doesn't matter. Like you have this mob energy, and it feels good to throw a punch. So that's what's happening on Twitter. People just want to fucking throw a punch. It just feels good.
Not only does it feel good, but you get rewarded. Oh, good for you. You're a hero. You helped. You're on the right side, So it's not just, hey, I felt good to knock this guy out. It was also like, and I'm getting applauded for it.
Yeah.
And I'm a do-gooder.
You want to stop the fat shaming? Just start fucking fat people. Like, literally, if that's how you feel, if that's legit, just start fucking fat guys all over the place.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, but I'm saying because fat
We're
women do
fat
get
women.
laid.
Yeah, fat women get laid. I mean, that's in my house. But can I say this? I saw something magical the other day. The whole Shane Gillis thing, old news. I get it. But we were all...
He's a comedian, yes?
Yeah. We were all at the stand, and we're all hanging around, and an L.A. comic was hanging out, and she's like, oh, hi, I'm blah, blah. And he goes, oh, hey, I'm Shane. You shit on me on Twitter. And she goes, what? Who are you? And he's like, I'm Shane Gillis. And she's like, oh, my God. Shit. And she was totally flummoxed. She was like, oh, I didn't think you were real.
So there wasn't any, like, she's standing, well, here's why I said it, because I felt it, and you are a piece of shit, and nothing like that.
It was just, you're the guy we're trashing du jour. All right, I'm on board. Hey, I'll trash you. You're racist.
Yeah,
you're
I'll
Asian,
never have to interact with that person.
But it was never a human being with feelings and thoughts and skin and emotions.
And context,
She felt totally thrown off. She was like, and she just apologized right there. It was amazing to see.
It's great to see,
you're
right?
a comedian, and you shouldn't. I had a woman one time, it was an article, and she had written something shitty about me. Not even that shitty. And she apologized to me. I bumped into her on the elevator here. And I did, and she goes, I wrote something about you that wasn't really nice, and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I rethink it, and I'm kind of sorry I said that. It wasn't even that big of a deal. It was years ago. But it was like all of a sudden when you meet somebody in person, they become a real person. And again, sometimes they're still cocks. But in the case of like when it's just fucking, I'm just a little annoyed at something you said. It was... People just say they're sorry because they realize, and I've done it too, where I've apologized to people who I've been shitty to because they're in person, all of a sudden they're real.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bashed Steve Martin in a book.
What?
Oh, I fucking, for the Pink Panther, I smashed him. And I met him, and he recognized me by my name.
Whoa.
He called me out on it.
Nope.
Whoa.
But I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm a fan. I'm sorry it was shitty when I just apologized to him.
And how did he take it?
He was okay. He was like, yeah, you're
me.
forgiven. You're forgiven. And he was very funny. But I never seen him since. I'm sure he still hates me. But
Yeah.
Sure.
it was still embarrassing.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it's one of those things where you get lost in whether you feel like it's a bit or it's funny or it just feels good to go like, okay, this is the person who we're attacking now.
Yeah.
I mean, if your first instinct is to apologize to the person that you attacked,
you fucked up.
What were you doing?
Good for Shane, by the way, for calling her out and saying that.
It was very casual. He's like, oh, yeah, you shit on me. He's so numb now.
Yeah,
like,
I guess
he just
he
goes,
is,
yeah,
right?
you shit on me. I get it.
Yeah.
He took it very well. He feels like these people are bullies. It's all funny how it flips, He's like, these people are all bullying me. You guys are mean. I don't feel like you're not. You think I'm mean. You're mean.
Yeah, and both can be true.
Sure, I guess so.
But there is a bloodlust in the people. Like Shane, right? He gets thrown off of SNL. Like his whole within a day, his life was going to go one way. Now his life is going a different way. The things that he did might have offended people, but there was never venom. There was never bloodlust. There was never. He's trying to be funny, right? The other side, there is a bloodlust.
Yes.
The people that are
We wanna
attacking
hurt
Shane, that we don't want to be funny. We want you to feel pain. We want to ruin your day. We want to ruin your life if possible. If we could, that's
and
great.
we'll never own our motives. We'll never own what we're doing. I would respect people more if they really understood what they were doing and said, yeah, it feels good
That'd be
to
nice.
punish you.
That would be
like,
nice.
just say that ugly shit. Just say it.
Yes.
It is what it is, and then go out and try to punish somebody.
Right.
Dude.
That's why I like Andrew Yang. If Andrew Yang is not that angry, why are you, white guy? Why are you angry? He has more of a right to be angry. Let the Asian guy deal with it. He's Asian. He should be the one offended. Why are you so offended? Why are you more offended than Yang?
He should lead the way.
He should lead the way.
We should follow his lead.
It's kind of condescending. Go, I'm the white. Let me handle this. Let the Asian handle it.
There was enough Asian people that were mad at him too, though.
That's true. But I'm saying Yang's like, oh, let me talk to the guy. Now they're cool.
You know what? You were so right about Andrew Yang too.
Yang gang.
I'm in the Yang gang.
Yes.
I'm so in the Yang gang. I'm trying to get that paper.
You're coming aboard. Norm Macdonald's on board.
Is he?
Joe Rogan, the other guy.
He's the best, Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
He gets robots. He understands the problem.
Yes.
He's practical. Wants to give out some cash, which is always nice.
The cash I'm iffy about.
Smart guy. He's an outsider, but he's not a maniac.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Does he have a shot? Is he still in it?
He's still in it. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say he has a shot. But
Well, they're
he's
still
in
promoting
it.
Elizabeth Warren and Biden. It's so fucking dumb.
They're gonna run out of money.
Bloomberg's buying his way in.
But Bloomberg is at least a guy. I think Bloomberg's a smart guy. I like him better than Elizabeth Warren and fucking better than
I do too.
Biden.
Yeah, I like him better than both those people.
The media are ignoring Andrew Yang. Yeah, they are.
Ouch.
Hey, do you think Trump was trying to fix his dentures yesterday with his tongue?
I wouldn't know. The time code was over 3 minutes off.
Oh, my God. You noticed that?
5 minutes-ish. How about just the clip?
Could I, what if I told you there were texts that went back and forth?
I don't care anymore.
Wait.
No, not about you. No, this is, I mean, Jim and I had that. I love that you were like, what the fuck is this? Because Jim and I were literally on text discussing.
It was like, just put the clip in there that I need to see. Don't give me a fucking 8-minute clip and make me look for it.
Which, by the way, if you just go to the email that I sent after, I just sent the clip because that's all we needed.
Can we see the clip of Trump? Because I couldn't find it. I was in a cab. I get car sick in the cab. I can look down. So I'm watching for like a minute and a half. I'm like, what's happening?
We'll go to Trump 3 because this was the tongue thing. He did a speech yesterday just to let everybody know that World War III is not happening.
Mm-hmm.
That there was the little bombing in Iran, but no Americans got killed.
No. And then they said the Japanese actually, the Iranians did it in a way where they knew it would be, people wouldn't get killed.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Like they said they did it in a way where they knew that the Europeans were listening, and they did it in a way where they knew the satellites were tracking everything, and there was like a 3-hour notice. Because I think the last thing they want is to fucking to kill U.S. soldiers and then have to deal with a retaliation from him.
It's so funny.
Who the fuck wants him to retaliate?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's a problem.
Whether you agree with this or not, like, while we're sitting there going, this is crazy, Iran, we're going to go to war.
No, not.
Do you think Iran wants to go to war with a crazy person in the United States? Do you know what our resources are?
They're not going to go to war.
Are they thinking sanely?
Yes,
I mean, that's
of course they are.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know anything about it. I just know the movies where it's a guy with a bazooka and a turban.
I love the way like the kind of script flipped a little bit because I was like watching the news shows because this World War III stuff, I've just been into it for the memes. You know what I mean? I think they've been terrific.
The meme war.
The meme wars. But I think that I was watching and the people who were going, he's going to bring us into World War III. He's going to bring us into a war. This is going to be crazy. Like, once last night hit, they were like, yeah, but he still could have.
Because they hate him so much. They hate him so much. They hate him so much. These fucking assholes won't give him credit for any, or give him the benefit of the doubt ever on anything. We're not going to war with Iran. It's not going to happen. They're not going to do it. They're not that stupid.
But that's what the people on Twitter want. They want I'm a victim. We're about to go to war. I'm scared. Here's all my jokes about it. And then they don't actually want to go. You know, they want all the accolades of being in a war, but they don't want to do anything about it.
We're not going to go to war.
They know Iran's not that stupid because they know at this point we kind of are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We just have the ability to respond properly. Like, literally, we'd put a destroyer out there and start firing into... I mean, come on.
That's what I mean.
Well, we're still checking retweets, which is how you know everything's fine.
Everything's
okay. If you have your crazy, we're going to die, how my likes doing?
Yeah, right.
That's how you know we're okay. No one's checking likes if his shit's on fire.
Anything better than somebody trying to say the right thing on Twitter to get the retweets and likes, and then they take the wrong move, and you watch the whole thing rain down on them?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
But more importantly, I'd like to try to figure out what Trump was doing with his tongue. This was not an easy speech for him yesterday.
I don't know if I can handle this.
But this tongue thing was really odd.
All right.
American strength, both military and economic, is the best deterrent.
Oh, man.
So he
It's
says,
like Jim
denture-
rolling a car window down.
His dentures are driving him crazy.
Yeah,
And
it's his
Trump
dentures.
is getting dry mouth a lot. So he's probably on a medication or something that's making his mouth dry. He literally just has to stand there with a glass of water. He's talking too much with dentures, and his mouth is getting dry. So you got fucking dry mouth and your denture. Just take a drink of water.
So that moment, it almost looks like he licks so it's the bottom row of his teeth.
Yeah, he's keeping them in.
It looks like he licked the back of the bottom row, and then brought his tongue out in front of him, almost to push him back.
Ugh.
So I think you're right, Jim. I think he was securing the bottom dentures.
Yeah, he's just a little uncomfortable.
And he don't have no teeth because he's an old man.
Older guy, yeah, and his teeth are perfect.
Yikes.
He's dry mouth. His mouth is just dry. He's just got to drink more water.
You wouldn't be shocked to learn those aren't his actual teeth?
No.
Oh.
I don't mind.
Oh, he's 88.
I mean, Joe Biden's teeth actually fell out of his face. So
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, oh
These
yeah,
guys
one of the
talking?
debates.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
You just kind of see him go forward and then go right back.
Whoa.
Show that. That's always enjoyable.
It never doesnn't amuse you.
Yeah.
Do you see he hugged another kid weirdly?
Well, he loves children.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is actually not that bad.
So does Epstein.
He's affectionate. Epstein doesn't anymore.
That's true.
He was murdered.
Was he?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he killed himself.
Nah, that's not true.
Oh, boy. This is up for debate.
He did not.
Face, mouth, jaw. Here we go. By the way, how about that Ricky?
You can skip this ad, Troy. I know you're enjoying it, but you can.
Joe Biden's teeth were the biggest losers of the Democratic debate.
That's funny.
After Sandy Hook, why should voters
Watch
give you
him
another
go.
chance?
Because it got done before.
He looked like Fire Marshal Bill.
The greatest.
Jesus Christ.
The greatest thing ever.
Look at that. Wow.
And
We have all this technology. We can't get a good denture cream.
Can't get
Again,
his
they don't
teeth
drink
popped
water
in.
enough. They don't want to be seen drinking water.
It looks like a weakness.
To drink water?
Yes. Looks like you can't handle, a couple hours of talking.
Get
You
a
wanna-
camel pack with the hose, Go all out.
Wouldn't that be great if Yang Gang did that?
Oh.
If Yang did it, everybody would be like, yeah, that's what everybody should be doing.
He's
It makes-
Asian.
He
makes
did that
sense.
one dumb move, the fucking whipped cream in the mouth, and his assistant pulled him away like, stop this
Because
shit.
it was phallic.
Very phallic.
It was
That's
very
just
phallic.
dumb.
It was stupid.
It's just dumb.
Yeah, I wish he hadn't done that, but the good outweighs the bad.
But that's where his lack of being a politician. And look at the guys like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But the guy that he works for is very good.
Yeah, see, he's got good people around him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Asians, they're not good at having fun. This is all foreign to
The
them.
other guy is like, let's fucking go.
We got to go right now.
That guy pulled him away because he's like, you look like an asshole doing this. You don't look presidential.
Right.
You caucus in the fucking helmet.
Did you hear yesterday Trump trying to say the word tolerated?
Yes, I did.
Tolerated.
Yes, I found that. I found that clip.
Wait. What do you mean you found it?
I looked through the stuff. Found it.
You did your homework.
I mean, just to bring everybody up to speed.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Just to bring, Mark,
Yes.
we don't want anything lying under the surface.
Sure.
We want the audience to know what the hell are they talking about?
This is where Sam really shines.
Thank you very much.
He's got to pull out the dirt.
I do. So the email last night, it said he says tolerated wrong and he does something weird with his teeth. It's 5-ish minutes in. Then there was a request for the actual time codes because I can't find this thing.
Yeah.
First instance, 6:38. Second instance,
8:09.
8:09. You remember?
I'm shocked you guys actually prepare.
Watch him try to say tolerated.
Your campaign of terror, murder, mayhem will not be tolerated.
That was great.
That's a good one.
It's awesome. It's so great.
Tolerated.
And he realized as he got there that he wasn't there.
Right.
And he kind of tries to flake out of it, and then he's like, I can't, so I got to finish it.
Look at
that
those
was
stiff.
bad.
Look at those guys behind him. You imagine if you're in another country and you may have a military action in the United States, like those, look at the fucking, just show this again. Look at those guys behind him, man. They are really, those are guys that don't play fucking games.
And while we're looking at those guys behind him, we'll listen to our president try to say the word tolerated again.
Sure.
Okay, why not?
Your campaign of terror, murder, mayhem will not be tolerated.
It was like right when the edible kicks in. Yeah. Like in the movies. Whoa.
Those guys are really not smiling.
No, those guys have waterboarded someone.
Yeah, with their high rank. Are they both Army guys? I wish I knew what branch of the service.
They're
all
in the
medals.
military.
Yeah.
They're in the military.
They are in the military. Okay, that makes sense.
They're military guys.
I wonder if they're Marines or what they are.
You know that you're well trained if the president can say tolerated.
And you don't even blink.
Does the guy behind him? Let me see the eyes of the guy on Trump's left. Just go back a little. I want to see if his eyes shift at all.
The only thing is, in order to do that, we're going to have to let everybody hear him try to say the word tolerated.
It'll happen.
Okay, all right. You're okay with that?
Yep.
Okay.
Your campaign of terror, murder, mayhem will not be tolerated any longer.
Nothing.
Nope.
Nothing.
He just looks away the same way. Nope.
Nothing.
Isn't it weird that those two guys get horny? Isn't that weird? They're so put together, and they have just the same needs and wants as all of us.
Yeah, and those guys get nagged by their wives.
Yes.
And like he's trying to kiss his wife, and he's like, "Get off me!"
Or he takes his shit, and the wiping never ends. You know, like they all have the same problems.
That I could picture happening.
Yeah, I can see that. They probably eat a lot of.
But it's the other stuff.
Red meat. Yeah.
His kid gives him shit. Shut up!
Right, Dad.
Shut up,
You
Dad.
don't know, Dad. You don't know anything.
Right.
The mugs. I'd like to know who those guys are. Those are obviously very high-ranking officials. Is one of those guys the head of the Army, the head of the Navy? Or I want to know who they are.
And then also crazy to think that there's women watching that going, "Oh, those guys are so hot."
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's a woman watching going, "Oh God, I gotta fuck him later."
Yes.
Yep. And most people are watching going, was that supposed to be the word tolerated?
Yeah.
I'd rather watch those mugs and those faces in the back. If you're an Iranian, you don't want to look and see those guys.
No.
That's a guy who really wants to fire a missile at
That's
you.
why you put them on screen.
Yeah.
But if you're an American, you don't want to see the Iranian counterpart to those guys either.
I would like to see that.
I wouldn't mind it as much because Iranian counterpart doesn't have the military.
If you're an individual?
Meaning they don't have the military hardware we do.
I mean, they've got enough to do you in.
From there, they don't. If I was there, sure.
Oh, you mean watching on TV?
Yeah, on TV.
You're like, those guys have bombs that could just come to our house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're willing to push the button.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are. They live for the button.
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. I think nothing will happen.
Hey,
No, it's over.
I got altitude sickness this weekend.
You did?
Yeah, how about that? Huh?
Where were you?
I was in Oregon, Mount Hood.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You clit. So,
I couldn't find it. But yeah, it was brutal.
How high is it?
It's pretty high. It's like at the top of Oregon, and you got to drive out of Portland for a couple hours, but totally fine. Skied all day, had a great day, whatever, woke up, couldn't move. I mean, stiff joints, stiff muscles, puking, shitting water, headaches, splitting headache, brutal.
How do you avoid it? Do you have to drink a
lot
ton
of water?
as
It's
you're
all
going?
dehydration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
I was hungover.
Oh, so that didn't help.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it was brutal, and I'm still like coming out of it. I'm not 100%.
How did you do the shows?
I did the shows, and they were hell because you just got to push through. You know,
felt
and you're
dizzy on stage.
dizzy, weak. You couldn't get dry mouth. You couldn't get your thoughts together.
I hope
Was
the
it-
water shits don't come back.
Yeah, you're praying for that.
But was
Everything
it
you eat comes
the
out of you.
lack of water, right?
I guess so,
Wow.
yeah. It's overexertion plus the altitude plus some dehydration.
Well,
I
you were
don't know.
skiing during the day before shows?
But I've skied my whole anal. I mean,
Oh,
I've
you
skied
have?
with Bert Kreischer. We did mushrooms. We got drunk every night. Nothing. And then this just, for some reason.
And you can't feel it as it's happening.
No.
Like you couldn't tell the air was thin.
Woke up the next day with chills. I was cold sweats. It was hell.
That's wild.
And there's no way to shake it immediately.
No. She gave me, I stayed in a bed and breakfast. I'm talking bed and breakfast with the old fat lady with the apron on and
Did
the
she know?
the
Did
tray
you have
of
to share a
cookies.
bathroom?
No share a bathroom, thank God. But she did cook breakfast every morning, and you had to talk with her, which is hell.
Could you just not wake up for breakfast?
You could, but I can't pass up a free breakfast.
Gotcha.
That's
So
why
you're
I'm here.
paying for the bed and breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm getting that breakfast. But she's like, oh, how about those Jews or whatever? And you're like, come on, let me just eat, lady.
And you didn't feel well. Did she know what to do?
Yeah, she gave me these drops that are like some kind of plant, and they hydrate you. It's almost like
She
a
does, too.
Pedialyte.
She does,
Plant.
too.
She might have dosed me.
Yeah,
The old bag had a fucking holistic solution.
Well, it was like a dropper, and then you put it in your water, and the whole water turned black.
I bet if you have an IV, it was fucking from
IV?
Flint, Michigan.
IV would have been
You get
great.
an IV, you go to a doctor, you would have been probably fine in an hour.
Yeah, maybe. How does that work? I just
They
go
hydrate
in?
you.
Can you just get that? Can you walk in and go, hey,
Yeah.
IV me?
I have
Yeah.
altitude sickness, yeah.
If you go in and say you're dehydrated, they can rehydrate you.
They know
with
what to
an
do
IV.
up there.
I mean, there are services that you can just pay for somebody to come and give you an IV.
I've heard of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
and an H in front of it for other services.
Okay.
What does that run you think?
300.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
it could be 350.
Yeah.
Look, I know you're not just here for the free breakfast, okay? You're also here for the ride to the airport because Mark Norman is going to be at Yuck Yucks in Vancouver.
Added a fifth show. I'm finally selling tickets.
Look at you.
For the first time in my goddamn life.
So
Are you
tomorrow,
leaving tonight?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow and Saturday, you'll be at Yuck Yucks in Vancouver.
Yep.
You're going over to Side Splitters in Tampa after that.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're in La Jolla. Then you're at Gotham here in New York. Helium in St. Louis, all over the place. And we've only gotten to Valentine's Day. MarkNormandComedy.com. And of course, the podcast Tuesdays with Stories that you do with Joe List is available for everyone.
What airline do you fly?
I'm all over the road.
Oh, you are? You don't care?
I got to be loyal. I can't do it. I'm a big whore up there. I'm fucking Spirit and getting rammed by Frontier.
Oh, really?
So I got to pick one.
You're
Yeah.
crazy to fly. They scare the fuck
Oh,
out of me.
dude, I just flew Alaska cross country. Worst airline on the planet.
I had a decent success with them. Why didn't you like them?
Well, there's no TV. The seats were like wicker. You know, it was hell. But we got through it. But by the way, Gotham, a large Jewish comedy icon, said he might pop in. Just
Lizzo.
saying. Yeah.
When are you at Gotham?
Early Feb, I think.
I mean, I hope that that's true, but I also hope that people show up thinking it's true and then it doesn't happen. And then
doesn't
it looks like
happen.
your relationship is not what you thought it was.
Good point.
Either way, we walk out winners.
Well, I just hope he didn't hear the last time I was on. That would be bad. Because
When you explain the...
talk about how he reamed my asshole for 6 minutes.
Well, have you seen him since?
I haven't.
Well, hopefully you'll see him February 7th and 8th at Gotham Comedy Club in New York City.
I'm nervous.
I hope so. We got to take a break because TJ Miller's outside.
Oh, good.
Yes, but we'll be back. TJ Miller, Mark Normand, Jim and Sam. Stay tuned.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. It's Faction Talk.
Here's the big question. Does relish go on anything but a hot dog?
Asses, wings, these are things we talk about. Music. We know what a star is.
Well, you're looking at one.
Will I get knocked out by Chuck Liddell to be the future of old radio?
Yep, blow everybody's mind. Like, whoa, they do it live?
There's too many LOLs.
You know what? That's a great point.
Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. The Jason Ellis Show. Covino and Rich. Bennington. Faction Talk. Live, uncensored, and on demand with the SiriusXM app.
That is the sound of a good time right there.
The NFL playoffs continue with the divisional round doubleheader Saturday afternoon on SiriusXM NFL Radio at 4:35 Eastern. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers.
Garoppolo back. He's going to throw to the end zone. Caught by George Kittle. Right on the goal line.
Then at 8:15 Eastern, the Tennessee Titans take on the Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar Jackson going to the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens! And you can hear the MVP chant.
After the game, NFL Radio has complete post-game coverage. Hear it all on Channel 88 on the SiriusXM app.
Saturday, Ohio State looks to keep up their hot start
Holy Toledo!
as they battle Indiana on Fox.
Watch out!
The Buckeyes and Caleb Wesson are cruising toward a deep run in March.
Nice!
With conference play now in full swing, they face a tough road showdown against the Big Ten rival Hoosiers.
Exclamation point!
Ohio State, Indiana, Saturday at 11:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
For years, you've been thinking about LASIK. You've been talking about LASIK. So now, it's finally time to get LASIK. Right now, LASIK Plus is offering LASIK starting at just $250 per eye. If you're nearsighted, farsighted, or even if you have an astigmatism, LASIK Plus can help fix your vision, starting at just $250 per eye. Our best price ever. So get rid of the daily hassles of contacts and glasses and enjoy the newfound freedom of LASIK from LASIK Plus. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com today and schedule your free LASIK exam. The LASIK Plus doctors are among the area's most experienced LASIK surgeons. So take advantage of this amazing LASIK Plus price today. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com. Results may vary. Restrictions apply. See details at LASIK250.com.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Errett, founder and CEO of Madison Reed, a company I named after my daughter. Famous for hair color with ingredients you can feel good about, Madison Reed delivers gorgeous, soft, shiny, multi-dimensional, healthy-looking results. Shop madison-reed.com, take our online color quiz, and we'll deliver your perfect shade to your door starting at just $22. Or visit a Madison Reed color bar for fast and fabulous hair color services. Madison Reed reinvents the hair color experience. At our color bars, we'll get you in and out unbelievably fast. We'll even show you just how easy it is to color your own hair and send you home with your hair color so you can do it yourself. Find your perfect shade at madison-reed.com and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit, or visit a Madison Reed color bar for new client specials. Use code FUTURE. That's code FUTURE.
Attention timeshare owners. Did some high-pressure salesperson twist your arm into buying a timeshare? They misled you. It's not right, and it's not your fault. Whether you bought decades ago or days ago, we can help. Timeshare Freedom Group's Freedom Process has helped thousands of people get out of unwanted timeshares. We offer a 100% money-back guarantee. Start the Freedom Process now by calling Timeshare Freedom Group at 866-26-CANCEL. 866-26-CANCEL.
Timeshare Freedom Group, we set you free.
Recently, Billy Joel sat down behind the piano.
I had a melody in my head.
And wowed a small crowd of Sirius XM listeners with songs and stories from his incredible life and music.
What is the most favorite decade of your career?
This one.
Hear encores of this exclusive evening with Billy, along with the rest of his music, rarities, and all new specials. On now for a limited time on Sirius XM Channel 30.
Adam and Eve is not giving you 10% off and not 20% off or even 40%. Your discount is even bigger. AdamandEve.com is giving you a whopping 50% off. But why stop there? In addition to 50% off, you also get 10 free gifts. That includes a racy item for him, a sensuous toy for her, and something we know you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. And best of all, free shipping, always delivered in discreet packaging. So rethink your bedroom routine. Go to adamandeve.com and enter this station's exclusive code at checkout, DOLL, and get, you know the discount, 50% off almost any item and 10 tantalizing free gifts. That's DOLL, D-O-L-L, DOLL.
Don't you love that feeling when you've just nailed your look? When someone you barely even know comes up to you and says, "Oh, I love that outfit. Where did you get it?" That's how it feels to use Stitch Fix. They're a personal styling service. Tell them what you love, and they send great clothes for you to try on at home. Stitch Fix is simple. Sign up in just a few minutes. Tell them about the brands you love and the looks that make you feel great. Stitch Fix is convenient. Get everything delivered right to you, so you can try on new styles in the comfort of your own home. Stitch Fix is on your terms and priced to fit your budget. There's no subscription required, ever. Keep what you want and send back anything you don't. So, isn't it time you started nailing your look? Get started today at StitchFix.com. Stitch Fix, personal styling for women, men, and kids. Stitch Fix, personal styling for everybody.
It's Peter Tilden for Natron's Healthy Trinity Probiotics. You've heard the term probiotics for a long time, but you probably don't know what they are. Well, Dr. Chris Diadamo, he teaches medical students and physicians about nutrition and health, and he can explain it to you.
Choose a probiotic with bacterial species shown in clinical studies to improve your digestive health, boost your immune system, and even promote positive emotional states. Don't be deceived by flashy advertising promising sky-high bacterial counts, blends combining dozens of bacterial species with unknown effects, and other cheap tricks. Choose quality over quantity. choose Natron's Healthy Trinity, the original clinically supported category leader in probiotics.
Probiotic is a living culture, and to be effective, it needs to be kept refrigerated from manufacturing all the way till you use it. So avoid those shelf-stable probiotics that may have been sitting on a loading dock at over 100 degrees. They're all fried up. Feel the Natron difference. Get Natron's Healthy Trinity. It's in your probiotic cooler section at Whole Foods, Sprouts, your favorite health food store, or you can go online at natron.com. That's natron.com, natren.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And now, Jim Norton and Sam Roberts return.
Let's be honest, you could listen to the entire album.
Yeah, I could.
Welcome back. It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Yes. Mark Normand is here, and TJ Miller is coming into the studio.
You bet. Mark Normand is going to be in Vancouver tomorrow and Saturday at Yuck Yucks. He's going all over the place. He's on the road every single weekend. Go to marknormandcomedy.com. And, of course, the wonderful TJ Miller, who is also on the road every single weekend.
Every weekend.
TJ Miller does not have a website.com.
West Nyack this weekend.
This weekend.
This is a great gig.
West Nyack.
Levity Live.
Living the dream.
The food is fucking great there. I love that gig.
Good meatballs.
It is good food
Great
there.
meatballs. That's where I go.
And you go to Target right after.
Yeah.
And get whatever you
And
need.
I bring the meatballs to Target. I don't care.
It's perfect. Yeah, fuck it, right?
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
You normally come in, you like have a big bottle of liquor. Today you seem almost like subdued. You have a nice coffee.
Yeah, I have a coffee. It's filled with cognac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no big giant jewelry, no gifts. It's just today we get TJ.
Just me. Yeah, right.
And you know what? That's
I was
enough.
going to bring hot sauce, but I ran out of it.
Oh,
so.
okay. That's okay.
Oh,
How's things?
You slinging hot sauce?
Yeah, that's my merch.
Really? I didn't know that.
I did 4 hot sauces with the Scoville brothers, some family friends in Central Indiana. You can get it on my website. Do you do merch? You got any merch?
I got a shirt that says comedy.
Is that real?
That's all I can think
So
of.
the answer to your question is no.
I love that Marcus such that like classic comedian personality that even when you ask him to describe what are you selling, he just feels ashamed.
He sounds like he's describing "Don't fuck with cats."
Yeah.
How much is the shirt that says comedy?
They're 20 bones, and I did a gig in Dallas, and my feature made more money than me on shirts. He had a pile of shirts. It was like Kmart. And
What
I was
did his
like, I gotta
say?
get in on
Yeah,
this
what
game.
did his say?
He was like a Marine or something, so his said, like, don't tread on comedy. It was clever with the snake and everything. It looked just like the flag.
You can't really beat a Marine with merch,
Exactly.
right?
You know what?
You
That's
both
not-
have comedy on them.
His says don't
Fuck
tread
some-
on, but mine just says comedy in block letters with an exclamation.
You know what's not fair about Don't
Couldn't think
Tread
of
on
anything.
Comedy? That's not a shirt about him. That's just, if
Yeah.
you're a comedy fan, you just buy
That's
that
actually
shirt.
smart business,
It's
though.
smart.
That's like
It's
anybody
very
who
smart.
says just got back from performing for the troops overseas, and everybody goes nuts.
Oh,
and then they go on and
genius.
it's just terrible.
I do that too, and I always lie though. I haven't been overseas.
Yeah, it's stolen
But I'll
valor.
just say it.
Yeah, somebody that I tour with is like, just say that, they'll go nuts, and they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at least comedy is a thing that you say. So that is
That's
technically
true.
you.
It's
And you put it in
yours. It's true.
quotes, right?
Comedy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
when you read the shirt, you're supposed to say it the way you say it.
But I mean,
Comedy.
if you sell a shirt that says like miscarriage for free or whatever, they're gonna sell like crazy.
That's true.
So I gotta
Or
come up.
don't tread on miscarriages.
Yeah.
That kills. That kills.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. So
You got to figure out a way to
something
just sneak that into a punchline somewhere just so you could make the t-shirt.
Right. Now, do you have a hot sauce spiel at the end? You know, at the end of the set, you go, "Hey guys, I'm hawking some jizz over here."
Yeah, that's exactly what I say. And a lot of people are like, is the hot sauce jizz? And I'm like, just don't
Taste
tread
it.
don't tread on my pitch.
Right.
Yeah.
I do I sort of say I'm a big hot sauce guy, and then I talk about the hot sauce, but I only sell it to the people that do the VIP, because everybody's an IP to me. But there are some people that are VIPs.
Right, absolutely.
So the IPs do not have an opportunity to purchase
They
merchandise.
do not. Yeah, they have to go on the internet.
That's my favorite.
You can't be lugging hot sauce all over the country. It's bottles of it, right?
My favorite
Yeah.
thing though is when there's you pay more to get something, and one of the privileges is the ability to buy
pay
more.
Exactly.
I always
To
want
buy
that.
yet
Did you
more.
spend more money? Well, listen to this.
Yeah, the colleagues that were in the audience with you, they are not getting the opportunity to spend more
They
money.
can't blow more money. No
Yeah,
way. Comedy.
You can.
How much
Comedy.
does a hot sauce cost?
$20 cash. Cash.
Jesus.
Cash
What are
only?
you selling your shirt for?
Well, I'm selling 20, but it's a shirt that'll last you forever. That hot sauce,
It only lasts 6 months, and you actually need it.
well, you need a
Well,
shirt.
you can't walk around naked.
Sure you can.
Ah.
Sure you can. Absolutely.
Cash only. No, you don't have the little swipey for
no
your phone
Venmo,
or anything.
No Square.
Cash
none of
app.
that. Cream. Cash rules everything around me.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Cash
understand.
money.
Doing that on Sway in the morning.
Yeah, I don't do.
That's cool.
I don't do the swipe either. It's too much.
Why not the
You don't.
swipe?
What about
Swipe's
cash?
good.
I mean, all the kids they love Venmo and Cash App.
Venmo's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't sell stuff on the
Venmo
road.
is big.
You don't do merch at all anymore?
No, it's VIP
You used
meet and
to.
greets. I know, but every club complained because the line I was standing because we didn't even make you buy shit. We would sit there and
What
talk.
a
It
humble
was-
brag.
No,
I
but
used to sell merch, but the clubs would complain that the lines were too long.
I saw you in Pittsburgh do like afterwards meet and greet type thing, and yeah, you're almost too nice. You're speaking with people for 5-10 minutes apiece.
What? You won't even
and there
talk
were
to
like
me.
100 people.
and the clubs would complain because, meaning that on their way out, if you're selling merch, and me and Kenny were there, people would always want to stop
Yeah, I
and
saw
take
Kenny with
pictures
you.
and shit. And it was just fun.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where the clubs have to turn the room over, and in theaters they want to get the fuck out of there.
Bro, we're
And
trying to
they're-
move some product
They're
here.
always being dicks.
We've got hot sauce to sling.
So it was
we got a
just
slang sauce.
complaint after complaint after complaint. It got to a point where I was just sick of hearing from my fucking agents.
But you still sell merch on the chip shows.
Yeah, but I do them so infrequently.
Oh, I
I
see.
got offered one this year. I turned it down. I haven't done a chip show in a year. I mean,
do you do meet
Is
and
it 'cause-
greets after your shows now or no?
I'll do a VIP meet and greet, but there's a limited amount of people.
How many people?
50 maximum.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask about the chip shows. Did you cancel the one this year because you weren't 100% whether it be recorded or not?
Ouch.
Oh no, I thought it was.
It's a good question.
I do 50 meet and greets. The saddest is when only 4 or 5 people pay for it. So they show up.
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
You'll get that sometimes. I don't mind that. Good. Oh, this is gonna be a fast one.
But what's even worse is like that's just enough people that they can look around and they can all realize that it's only them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not so bad for you to know that.
They're like, we're the richest people in Dayton, Ohio.
Right.
They love it though. They don't look at it like that because they get more time. Like they don't look at it like, hey, where's everybody else? They're like, this is great. This
But I think
really?
some people just like clip through it and don't. You know,
Some do.
That's very strange to do a meet and greet and just have it be the meet.
There are some clubs
Just a greet.
that do. I've noticed now they do their own packages as well as the meet and greets and all this stuff, and it becomes very, very, very complicated to figure out what the hell I'm buying. Like, what
Well, try
ticket should
figuring
I
out
get?
from the artist's point of view where you got to fucking look because you get paid a certain thing.
Yeah.
And then you go into like it's either this or X percentage of the door, whatever comes first.
Yeah.
There's breakdowns in contracts, and you have to really know what you're looking at. That's where Kenny was a fucking master.
Yeah.
I mean, no one better than fucking Club Soda Kenny at that shit.
Yeah.
But it says here on the website, oh, they're all thieves. They're all fucking thieves. And he caught him every time, putting in extra seats. 50 extra seats in one club.
Wow.
50 extra fucking seats.
Was Kenny too embarrassed to say anything?
Oh, it was like 4 or 5 extra grand that they fucking owed me that they didn't want to.
Really?
Yeah, man, over the weekend. Yeah.
Damn.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
They all try to steal.
I love Carlos Mencia apparently does a VIP. It's no different. And then he takes pictures with everybody, but he charges $20 per picture.
Wow.
Just selfies, that's her thing. And then apparently, and I love this, just head straight to the strip club.
With the
Blows
money.
all the money, yeah.
But what's
Does
the
he?
VIP? What do you get with the VIP?
I think you just get to take a picture faster.
You can write
Talk to him a little bit. Just buy some food or something.
You get to write a quick
There's some
joke and he
food.
takes
He
it.
gives you food to take.
Yeah. You got
Carlos
anything
used
else
to
for me for the next time I'm here?
He's used to making a lot of money though. See, a guy like Mencia made so he was doing theaters and banging out like 2,000 or 3,000 seats or whatever. So when you're doing that,
Yeah.
and you're making that kind of money, it's probably harder to go back into clubs which can't afford you to pay that. You know what I mean? Like,
But that's pretty genius though that you just do $20 a photo just so you can have a pocket full of cash
For the strip
so
club.
strictly to go to the strip club.
A little walking around
Like
money.
yeah, and it's not even real money anymore.
Walking around a strip club money.
is that what he's doing? Is he doing clubs or theaters?
He's doing clubs, yeah.
I'm sure he still sells well, but I mean, he's just used to doing you're doing one show, making X amount of dollars.
He's also a guy who will do 3 hours.
He does a long time.
I never understand that.
Get
Do you
over
do
yourself.
over an hour ever?
Every now and then I'll do like an hour and 5 just
Wow.
cooking, but I would never do that whole 3 hour, 2
No
hour
way.
bullshit.
Carlos can talk,
pontificating.
though.
I hate it.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a few people like Dave
The
Chappelle
ego.
and Chris Rock when they decide to do hours.
Yeah, I just saw
Do your thing.
Dave Chappelle's 3 hours and 45 minutes at the comic
What is
strip.
this, The
Mark
Irishman?
Norman, really, yeah.
Did he do 345?
Yeah.
Wow.
But just talking to the audience, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was it
Poor
good?
Staff. The staff has feelings. They have families. They got to get back to their lives.
Yeah, but you know what, Mark? You're an entertainer, and that comes first.
Yeah,
I guess
I don't feel bad for
that
the
comes
staff.
before
I
the
get
little
my
people.
Uber chunk out, you know.
Yeah. Because they fucking, the more Chappelle goes in, the better it is for the club. Like, if Dave's in there and the word gets out that
you got a
staff
point.
makes a lot more money in drinks, maybe not that moment, but it's better for the club.
And they're going to be drinking the whole time.
I still think you're right that at 2 hours and 15 minutes, they're like, I am paying for a babysitter. I have a small child.
I'm
love
sure
to
they
get
are.
home.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. You could do 2.5 hours, and it's still an extremely long set.
Yeah.
And get the wait staff home an hour and a half earlier than you would have. 4 hours
I
is
love those that
insane.
you're saying, I do it for the staff. I get off right in an hour.
Oh,
5.
yeah. I hate the staff looking at me. I worry about the staff the
How do you
whole
think they
weekend.
feel?
But, like, when you do the same act over and over, I just go, the staff.
It's embarrassing. But they're
they've
used
heard
to it.
this. I know, but it bugs me.
Do you riff a lot?
Oh, yeah. Big fan of the riff.
Yeah.
And you get some jokes out of riffing every now and then.
Yeah,
Yes, a lot of times. And it's also, it beats writing segues. A lot of times it's fun to, if I got to go from A to B and I don't know how to get there, I'll just talk to somebody in the crowd because I know I can bullshit my way until I get to B. It's the best way to do it.
But the worst is when you have a planned riff. People think it's a riff, but it's actually written. And
Right.
the staff is like, oh, here he goes with this fake riff.
Right.
Here he goes again. Gets in my head.
I love that you just feel exposed. Just look, all the staff is there. They're bringing somebody a drink, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm so exposed. They know everything.
It's some fat black lady with a tray. I just see her eyes roll. I'm like, I'm sorry. I
riffed an entire set off this kid in the front whose name was Corwin, which I don't think is a real name at all.
Corwin Bernstein.
And besides that, and then somebody came up to me afterwards and goes, "Hey, did you plant that Corwin kid in there? Like, what in what world did I hire a guy named Corwin to sit in the front?" But sometimes, that must have been it. That was it.
Oh, I do that all the time. A lot of times I'm
Corwin to sit in the front.
No, but a guy named Richard Sucker. So I'll see a guy up the front. I'll go, "What's your name?" And they'll go, "I'm Richard Sucker." And I'm like, "Oh," and then I go off on it for about 25 minutes.
Yeah,
it's a big hit.
That's good.
Great.
That's
It's a
fun.
great segue.
Yeah, it is the worst too. God, when you the planned riff is the fucking worst. We all do it.
I got a million of them.
We got a bunch of them that you like that are ones in your pocket that you'll go to if you have to. But it's when you plan, like, hey, and you know where you're going. You're like,
Yeah.
The worst is if you kill with a riff about the city, and then the next night you try and do it as if it's like,
It's fresh again.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause
well,
you're-
there aren't a lot of escalators here.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, right.
The worst is when you're riffing with a guy and it's murdering, and then you go back to your material and they go,
it gets a 4.
Yeah.
and you're like, I
To
worked on
be
this
sure.
for 6 months.
They're like, oh,
about the
They're
fat guy I
like,
killed.
wait, you were just talking about our mall. You
Yes,
don't now you got some observations about Netflix.
This is
Right.
what comedy feels like when it's alive. Oh, okay, we understand that.
Right,
They like
right.
they know it's off the cuff.
Then you go
Although-
back to rote.
I mean, everybody does stuff. I would never say who it was publicly because you would never even question respecting this comic. But I didn't.
Sinbad.
All right, I didn't want to say his name. But I saw a comic that I wouldn't think would use audience plants using audience plants.
Is that right?
Yeah, just to do a bit.
No.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
There was so I
Burr.
saw a Mentalist recently.
Do you want me to write it
Darren
down?
Miller.
Fuck yeah, I want you to write it down. Used a plant?
I swear to God.
Well, a plant or someone that they just happen to know?
what's
A
differentiate?
plant is like when
it
you-
was to do a bit.
That's
What is that?
strange. To really go full on to put somebody in the audience.
Yeah.
And be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that
Tell
means
me
you
the
do-
difference. Tell me your difference between a plant and somebody. What do you
I
going
hear,
crazy?
I hear talking, and I'm like, why? There's supposed to be something.
Talking.
There's no talking, bro.
Yeah, there is. Troy hears it, right?
You don't have headphones on.
I just took them off. It's from outside, but we shouldn't be able to hear that because they're not yelling.
Jimmy, you're getting paranoid and old.
No, Troy
don't hear
hears it. Oh,
anything,
you're right
Troy.
about the old part.
What's
Sway in the
the,
morning is just slowly making its way into the studio.
what's the difference between
Could they ask them to turn it down then? Just because they tell them our door is not doing the job it should do.
what's
It's
the
not their
difference
fault.
between an audience plant and a person that they
Like,
know?
if it happens to be a guy you know there and you riff on him twice?
No.
Oh,
This was like a planned thing.
Oh, wow.
Weird.
All weekend he would do that or no?
I just saw one show
How do you know? Oh, okay.
because I saw.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's passing the paper over.
Yeah.
Notebook
Really?
style.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, Judy Gold.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting. It's a good bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'll tell you the story.
Yeah, yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
Tell
but-
us later.
Yeah.
What
I
was
wish-
the bit?
Yeah, it was just like I don't want to say what the bit was because then
Ruin
you could
the bit.
Gives it away,
you
yeah.
could start putting pieces together. But
Yeah, don't want to.
Yeah.
I would say it. Believe me.
If you saw it, but I'm not going to say it.
Man.
But I also didn't think it was a bad thing, but I'm not a comedian, so.
It's kooky.
I don't
Very
know.
old school.
Yeah, it is.
Show business. It's very show
Catskill
business.
shit, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking guy with his hat.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we're all thinking about the comic.
Well, I think it's half you're thinking about the
Right.
comic, and the other half
Just
Jim is
sadness.
going nuts.
I hear it.
Well, because you don't have your headphones on.
No, wait.
Nobody with
I
headphones.
hear it through my headphones.
Really? Boy, you got good
You don't
hearing
have
there.
headphones on.
I can hear without.
Once the headphones are on, I haven't heard one thing. Jim's
haven't
going
either.
nuts.
Well, yeah, not even us.
Turn
Not
off that
even us.
goddamn radio out there. I don't hear
boy.
Norton has
anything.
left the studio and is very upset.
I'm not going to take them off because the headphones are what people hear.
No, but I can hear it with my one headphone on, and I heard it through my. And I'm not trying to be a dick, because they're supposed to be soundproof.
Sure.
I hear it.
It's somebody's like phone or something.
It's something.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, it's not coming from the home?
Phone's off.
It's not my phone.
Or phone's
No, it's got to be.
nothing.
Wait.
It's Tiffany Haddish.
Oh.
Boy, you got to hate to be Jim's neighbor.
Yeah, because it's nothing. There's
No.
nothing happening. Do you guys hear anything in the control
Troy, you
room?
hear?
And I heard it.
Troy heard it too.
No, I don't hear a thing.
No.
Maybe
Is
it's
that mic on in there, Mike, or something?
maybe it's the ghost of
No,
Opie.
I have to turn it on.
Oh yeah, somebody blaming everybody else.
You sure it wasn't your phone? 'Cause now it stopped.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's.
I think it was something that you guys heard in your
May-
ear, but not in headphones.
No, it wasn't in headphones.
I heard
It's-
it.
Well, that's the point.
Headphones off.
That's the point. Well, then who cares?
Don Imus.
Well, I'm just trying-
I heard it with headphones on too. I heard it. I have very good hearing.
No.
You
I'm
do?
saying
Is
that
that-
you heard it with your ear. You heard it with your ear that didn't have
As I
headphones
do most
on.
things.
Yeah. Because you have one headphone on, one headphone off. So I'm saying that nobody with headphones on heard it,
But I
which
put
means
both on,
it wasn't
and I
on
still
the
heard it.
radio. Unless somebody... Travis.
It was driving me crazy. Now I don't hear it. Now it's okay.
What's
All
the
right,
mystery?
we're back.
What's the mystery noise that's
That was
happening?
good radio.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Was there anything?
It was somebody's
Nothing.
phone or something. Right?
Where?
Maybe TJ or Mark's phone, because you both turned your phones off.
Phone's nothing.
Airplane
Nothing on
mode.
the phone.
Yeah.
Throwing the phone on the couch. There we go.
Ha!
We're back.
Have you been watching the Jeopardy Greatest of All Time?
No.
Jeopardy Goat?
It's
Just have
rigged.
Zero interest.
Jeopardy Goat.
Jeopardy Goat.
Rigged also, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You think it's rigged?
Well, the guy admitted it. He
rigged.
found out a system. He figured out he had a plant.
A
Much like
plant.
that comic.
Alex Trebek is still doing it, huh?
Yeah. He's
How does he seem? Is his health
fine.
Cancer.
I mean, look, he's not the most overly energetic performance ever.
Dude,
so.
he had stage 4 pancreatic, which is literally a fucking sledgehammer to the back of the head, and he's still alive.
He's still totally
Wow.
fine.
Good for him.
Yeah. But the startling thing about watching this thing is that, they bring back the greatest Jeopardy players ever, which is Ken Jennings.
Yeah, he's good.
The
Also
guy who-
unnecessary.
Is he the real deal, though?
Yeah, he's good. The other guys just figured out a little loophole with the system.
Why, he
what's
gets
the
all the
loophole?
questions, right?
He knows all the moves, like how to do it, the daily double, and how to bet. It's like he's counting cards.
Oh, it's the system, yeah.
But he still has to know the
Yeah,
question.
he has to
I
get the
guess
questions
so. Yeah,
right.
he's a little nerd guy, but he's still
He's a gambler.
He's a little
Yeah.
nerd guy.
He's a gambler.
But he's
Rambler.
what's his name? Jake, something with it.
James.
James is there too. And then there's this third guy. And I've watched for 2 nights now.
I'm sure he would love that. And then there's this third
Yes.
guy.
When I tell you
Hey, I'm the third guy. That's what he's saying all the time in the mall.
It's just like being the MC, and you were good too.
He's selling a shirt, the third guy.
Yeah.
the drop off from first and second and then third placed in Greatest of All Time Jeopardy is like nothing you've ever seen before.
Oh, really?
It is so. There's Ken Jennings, there's James, what's his name?
Yeah.
And there is no reason to have a third person there.
Ken Jennings is listening. He's so happy.
Yeah.
It's the second guy and the third guy, and that's it. James, what's his name, and the third
And
guy.
then there's
Yeah.
the third guy is like, I wish I was James something.
I
yeah,
know.
not even close.
He's the Zeppo Marks.
Look at how the.
Exactly. Who was supposedly was the funniest?
No.
Yeah.
Or was
That's
he-
what they
I
said.
think he was the hot one.
Who was the one that had the big
was
dick?
the hot one.
One of the
Yeah.
Marx brothers was a fucking complete pussy hound, but it wasn't one of them.
Harpo, probably.
No,
maybe
I think
it
it was
was
Chico, to be honest.
It
with
might
you.
have been Chico. Yeah, it was
Oh,
one of those
really?
guys. It wasn't Groucho.
But his
It-
wife always would say, my heart skips a beat when I hear his footsteps coming into the
Oh, that means big dong.
There.
Yeah. By the way, this
Heart
sucks.
skips a beat always for the big dong.
That's right.
It sucks when your brother's got a bigger dong than you because you're all family. You're like, we should have the same shit. My brother's huge in the pants. And I got shafted.
How did you find out?
I saw, he's my brother. We grew up together. I saw him.
How much bigger is his dick than yours?
Way bigger. I mean, it's almost double.
Wow, and it's 6.
He got all the girth.
Yeah, he got all the rest of that you didn't get.
Yeah.
So even as a kid,
I feel
you
the same
knew?
way about my sister.
Yeah. He's got a huge clit. Yeah, no, my brother, we'd shower together and kiss.
What?
And yeah, I could see it. I was right there.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, I'm so much younger. When I get to that age, I'm going to be slinging a hog, baby. And then, oh, no.
Slinging
a sausage.
Do you think that maybe it's bigger in your mind's eye, like you're still seeing it through that childlike lens of
Well, yeah.
your
Or was
brother?
You guys were
gag
smaller.
reflex?
I mean, that's part of it, right?
It's true. Yeah. I did have a tighter asshole then. But, I mean, I don't know. It's huge. It's still huge, and he's plowing a hot, South American woman.
How old is he?
I'm 36. He's 38.
Oh, 2 years old. I think it's much.
Yeah,
older.
in 2 years, you could be slinging hog like nobody's business.
I think it stops growing at 30.
How much did you?
7.
How much did you? How much did you think your dick was going to grow over the course of 2 years?
Wow, he hit puberty first. Plus, my dad's packing a real piano leg.
Really?
So yeah, I thought I was set, but I got
gotta say, piano legs to me aren't that big.
No, they're not.
Are you kidding? Pull up a piano leg.
Well, you have to. I
No.
mean,
The
piano.
Hillary Clinton calf. That's a big cock.
Oh yeah, my dad's got a cankle.
No, you're right. Piano legs are
got
more
a
about
Hillary-
the length than
Look
the
at
width.
that! Look at the girth on that
Oh
leg.
my God!
That's a big leg.
Come on!
And it had a roller at the bottom also. Yeah.
And pedals.
It really moved that hog around.
Oh yeah,
That sucks.
I know. I got
What?
fucked.
Being the small dick guy in the family.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm tiny, but compared to those chaps,
Do they know?
Oh yeah.
You guys talk
You
about
can
it
feel
as
it
a
when I
family?
walk in the
Every
room.
That explains why-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's why your parents don't
Anyways,
respect
pass
you.
the potatoes to teeny tiny over here.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one thing you and your family actually discuss is dick size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you the father and the mother, they love the older son so much more. This,
yeah.
this fucking tiny string bean dicked embarrassment showed up.
I'm at the kids' table at Thanksgiving. It's brutal.
His mother's like, it didn't even hurt my cunt when he came out.
I slid right out of there.
All right, let me look at. This is my example of the third guy on Jeopardy last
All
night.
right, here we go.
Just watch him. And Alex Trebek, I think, is enjoying it.
Yeah, he
For
must.
our
There
final-
might be a part of him.
Yeah.
For our final Jeopardy in this second game, we are dealing with 19th century leaders.
You can hear his voice a little older.
Ken and James,
Yep.
here is your clue. Brad, we'll come to you first. You finished in the red, which means you couldn't participate in Final Jeopardy. However, in our earlier game,
This is third place, and Alex Trebek has to point out you finished negative, so you can't play.
There must be a part of him that loves that. He's like, and this fucking idiot.
What a face on, what a mug on this guy.
Bad mug.
Like, you didn't even have to put that wall up. What's he going to cheat off the other guy's paper? You can't even play. Why put the wall up?
And zero.
Oh,
just
there's a
yeah, you
wall.
might as well just put nothing. underneath
Nothing.
it.
Yeah, he's got a real puss on.
Yeah.
Was
But
that wall always there?
only for final. They
But
put the
it's
wall up for
always-
final. Always put the wall up
Build
for
that
final.
wall.
Yeah, that's why they started doing it. But for Jeopardy Goat, they play 2 games in one night. So they combine, at the end of the night, they combine both
Sure.
games. So Alex now gets to combine the last game with his score of 0 on this game, which was actually being kind because it was like negative 4,000.
Is that an AIDS ribbon?
I don't know.
I don't know what it's a ribbon
No,
for.
that's the ABC symbol.
No. Yes, it's for stupidity. Let's see what the other guys have.
you acquired 14,400
Just look to the
points.
camera.
And
Okay.
that is your 2-game score.
All right,
now
all
over to
right.
Ken Jennings.
Well, hit
He had
pause for a second. Before we even know what the bets are, if you just look at the scores from this game, they're already much bigger than his 14,000.
Oh, yeah.
But if they get the question wrong and they gamble it, he could still win.
I don't like the lack of diversity.
Is Ken Jennings ever able to just ask a question?
Like,
People are like, don't you know?
I hate his hair.
Yeah, he's got Lego hair.
Yeah, he does.
you'd think with all that Jeopardy money and fame, he would find a barber.
Do something.
He's great on Twitter, by the way.
Do
Great follow.
something, really?
Really funny.
Is he funny?
Oh, yeah, very funny.
21,200 points going into this final, and he wrote down, who are Napoleon and Monroe? Sorry, incorrect.
Monroe.
How much? 3,800 only.
Smart play.
That drops you to 17,400. In the earlier game, you had accumulated 40,000 points. That gives you 57,400.
Okay,
Over
so
to
hit pause. The combined score for Ken is 57,400, and that's after getting Final Jeopardy wrong.
Wow.
The combined score for third place is 14,000.
That's tough. Yeah,
That's a
14,
beating.
he looks like he's on the way out.
14,000 to 57,000.
Yeah.
How about the first guy?
James?
Yeah.
Let's see how James did.
something.
Monroe.
James now, 22,800 going into this final. He wrote down
Big
who are
sigh.
Napoleon, and he picked the other M, Madison, and he is correct.
Wow, he beat
So,
Jennings.
the wager, 15,300 in this second game.
He looks like
taking
an
him to
uglier Mario Lopez.
38,100 in game
now
one.
Mario Lopez
he had
just
44.
single tier.
Yeah.
44, so he's got, wow. It looks like,
What's he going to get there, Sammy?
82,000.
We just hit play. I don't want to do
Now
the
we're
math.
just watching it.
4,314. That gives him a two-game total of 82.
So first place is 82,000, and third place is 14,000.
Ouch.
I love Ken,
on
Ken
the first-
Jennings gave a sympathy handshake to 14,400.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
one-
he spit in
you
his
fucking
face.
idiot.
On the first night, the difference between Ken and James was literally 200 points. That's it. It was like 60,400, 60,200, and then third place had 10,000.
Now I know why
And
you're
just-
calling him the third one.
It's just, what are you doing here?
He looks stupid.
Yeah.
He has a dumb face.
Sure.
Can you imagine being the third best Jeopardy player of all time, and everybody's just watching going, that guy's so stupid.
sucks.
I know. And how do you bring that up, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, I saw you on Jeopardy. You lost. I mean, you were full on
Badly.
third place.
It's like,
Give
no, I
me
was,
your name again. Is it the third one?
I was only there because I won an obscene amount of money previously. Yeah, but you're so stupid. I can't believe that's true.
You idiot.
You're a big idiot.
You didn't know it was Madison instead of Monroe?
Yeah, actually, my uncle got that, so he would have actually won the money too.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was like, I was yelling that answer.
Trebek's voice, you can hear it. That chemo's probably getting to him a little bit of the
I mean,
radiation.
it's slightly
and
shaky.
he's older. No, but it's
How
not terrible.
long ago did he sort of go, I got to leave this situation?
Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he likes the
Wasn't
gig.
it a year ago?
Yeah, about a year.
It keeps him alive, I think. Just
Yeah.
having a gig. He's Alex Trebek. That's what he does.
Plus, he gets the questions and the answers.
Right.
So whenever these bookworms don't get something, he does get a little snotty.
He feels a little bit, yeah. He's like, I knew the answer. It's written down, but
yeah, I would have gotten it.
And it's not that crazy hard to judge. I mean, I'm sure it's a long day when you're. How old is he? Is he 78?
Something like
remember
that.
correctly?
Yeah.
He looks tan.
he's got a
does.
piano leg on him there.
Yeah, I bet. He's got
radiation.
something.
He's got quite a hog that he's slinging.
The hog absorbed all the cancer.
He's 79
years.
But imagine how satisfying it must be for him to be able to look at the third best player of all time and go, you couldn't play because you got negative points.
Yeah.
Like, it's the greatest thing in the world. That's the beauty part of the job.
See, you'd think a human being like this who's heard a zillion questions over the years would be smart. But I bet he's not that smart.
Who, Alex?
Yeah,
He's
like
not-
it shows how little we absorb.
At
Well, we don't
some
know that
point-
he's not smart. You're just speculating.
I'm speculating that he's. I would bet he would lose Jeopardy.
Really?
Yeah, I
Even
bet.
though he's heard
He
every
would.
question.
Well, I was
heard
gonna say
every
he
question.
definitely would think that he'd win. It would be really funny to see him against Ken Jennings.
But it shows how
Yeah, because he's sitting there going like, I could beat all these idiots.
Yeah, I know all of it.
we don't absorb enough. You know, you read a book, you get like 10% of it, and you move on.
Yeah, but also when you are doing as many Jeopardy shows as he's done with as many questions as they're on,
Yeah.
how can you possibly
You
absorb
forget.
it?
You
Yeah.
forget. It's the only way to function in life.
Yeah.
Or else you just have too much information. You wouldn't be able to jerk
That's
off.
such a bad compared to like Drew, like Wheel of Fortune or whatever.
Pat Sajak.
Yeah, that's such a different. Yeah, he has to hear all of this knowledge. And Wheel of Fortune, it's like, and it spins.
Yeah.
Wow, he got that one. That's it.
But I think it goes
Hey.
in levels. Like I bet Pat Sajak can't spell. Like I bet,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet he's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
total moron.
Yeah,
Whereas Vanna White was just impeccable with her spelling.
By the
That's
way.
right.
Gotta
Is he
hand it to-
back?
Hand it to Vanna White for never looking at her phone.
Look it up.
You think if he's standing there all all day. You'd have to check a tweet.
No, yeah, I get that.
All right.
I get that. How'd that do, Jim?
That was a fucking. That was the third guy on Jeopardy.
No, I loved it. I loved the strong pause.
That guy made money at least. But I will say, props to Merv Griffin.
Oh, it's all him, right?
All him.
these shows are his.
All him. And he wrote the theme songs.
Did he?
Yeah, the guy's a genius. He gets no love.
Alan Thicke was probably trying to get in that theme song business, and he was like, "No, I'll take care of it."
Yeah,
Thanks,
Merv's
Alan.
got
I got it.
Wow.
I got it.
Was Thicke a theme guy?
He did all those themes. He did themes to his own shows, like Growing Pains, and yeah, he did a ton of themes.
Strangely, the Merv Griffin show had the worst theme.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
wrote all those themes.
Look at that. Yeah, he did Wheel of Fortune,
Monopoly. When
Super
was
Jeopardy.
that?
Monopoly, the television show.
That did not pass go.
What is the Wheel of Fortune song? I don't know. I don't know the theme song.
You know it if you heard it.
Da na 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 na. Is that
That's
it?
Entertainment
Something like
Tonight.
that,
Oh yeah, no, I don't know.
That's entertainment. That's Dateline.
Hit it, baby.
I don't know it.
Yeah, that's
This
it.
is an
That's
advertisement.
That's it. It's the Netflix
That was
theme
it.
also.
They have to put an ad before this.
They put an ad and everything. Here we go. Oh, maybe you don't know it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that
Very
at all.
foreign. I think they've juiced this up a bit.
That feels like
If
a
I
big
played this
band
for you, and
rendition.
yeah, I've never heard this
I
either.
take it all back. I've never heard this in my life.
But Jeopardy.
What's Jeopardy?
Yeah, you know that one for
No,
sure.
dude. That's
Yeah.
what the thinking was. Is that the opening?
They just, the opening is like a jazzier version
Let
of
me,
that.
let me hear the opening. I don't know the opening.
Oh, you know it.
10 hours.
You keep saying they're all the
I like
same.
the 10 hour version.
He's gonna know it. Wow, that is beautiful.
That I would recognize.
Yeah.
That's got a real orchestra.
It does. It's
vibe.
nice. It's
Merv,
nice.
man, Merv. What a talent.
Well, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune
sucks.
sucks.
All right. Well,
Go
that
back
was-
to which themes Merv created, because I'm now starting to think that Merv was good at creating
You think he's
television
a
shows.
one-hit
Sucks.
wonder? Yeah.
Sucks with themes.
I'll tell you, you ever
Wheel
go
of
to
Fortune.
LA?
Well,
People
Wheel of
are like
Fortune sucks.
Dance
Merv
Fever.
Griffin
Well,
sucks.
hold on. Let's see what crossword's all about.
Oh yeah, all right. Crossword.
These themes suck.
How do you know?
He really
Crossword.
threw it against the wall and had to see what sticks.
Jeopardy's the only one that's any good.
But that was beautiful.
How about go to Dance
Rhoda?
Fever? Because I remember Dance Fever.
Rhoda?
Rhoda.
Top
We all
right.
remember Rhoda.
Oh, yeah.
Good show.
Merv Griffin really should have just let somebody else do his themes.
This
for
was
him.
Dance Fever.
Yeah.
Dance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that
my
cooks.
God. I can't believe the. Yeah, that's great.
Tell you, Merv, baby.
All right, Troy, now look up the theme songs
Yes.
that Alan Thicke.
Very appropriate too, because half of them got AIDS.
That's how they,
Which song?
no. Look up the way you did for Merv.
If you go to L.A., there's a big house on a mountain, like up by the Getty, and I was like, it's huge. And I go, what's that? It's Merv Griffin's house.
Is he? He's
Really?
always dead.
Yeah, he's dead, but you can see it from space. It's a huge house.
Look at that. Different
Okay.
strokes,
It's
facts
the
of
Adam in
life.
the Australia fires. That's it.
That's
That's all
Alan
you can
Thicke.
see from.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
Alan Thicke is much better at this.
Yes, he
Whoa,
is.
that was my brother's name in high school. All right, I'm back after that Van White thing.
Alan Piano Leg.
Different strokes,
I see two.
facts of life. He did
Same genre.
Growing Pains.
Facts of Life is one that you hear in you. Yeah, for sure.
And Growing Pains was great.
That's a good one.
My nickname was Different
Animal
Strokes.
Crack Ups.
Animal Crack-Ups.
Yeah, don't fuck with cats.
What is this Don't Fuck With Cats thing?
It's
It's
a
a
documentary on a docu-series on Netflix. You got to watch it.
Oh, all right. I'll
Yeah,
watch
it's
it.
funny.
It's
a comedy.
called Don't Fuck with
It's
Cats.
a comedy.
Yeah, it's a big
It's
thing
weird.
on
Yeah,
Netflix.
it's hilarious.
By the way, you almost screwed me with that baseball player you gave me. Remember, I was like,
Oh, I told him to talk to. You want to talk to Seinfeld about baseball? And I'm like, dude, text him about how happy you are. They got Bob Apodaca. Did you look him up?
I had 38 comics go, don't do it, don't do it.
Why would what fucking?
I'm not comics, Twitter people.
What's wrong with these assholes?
Well, they helped me. Although
Why
I-
wouldn't you want Mark to send him that and said Bob Apodaca?
Yeah, if you
It's a
think
long story, Miller.
if you think that Mark is getting tricked, don't tweet about
What's
it.
wrong with you?
Let him
fucking...
get tricked. We'll get a whole other break out of it, because then Mark will have to come back and say that he talked to Jerry Seinfeld about Bob Apodaca.
They got Bob Apodaca. He probably would have laughed if you said that.
Yeah, it's a funny name.
See, you missed a
I
good
love
joke.
that Twitter people got your back, though.
Yeah, nice people out there.
So annoying.
Yeah, they robbed you of getting a good laugh out of Seinfeld.
Maybe a laugh, maybe a Jesus.
At your expense,
Who's
yeah.
this fucking guy?
No, he would have fucking loved it if you said a guy from the 70s.
All right, well, maybe I'll say it then. Fuck
Yeah.
it. All right, let's see some
Honestly,
thick.
Ed Kranepool.
Ed Kranepool.
Honestly, now, no joking around.
You got great names here.
Don't look at Twitter.
Yeah,
Also.
I think
Sure.
Alan Thicke is definitely a better theme writer than
Oh, yeah.
than Merv Griffin. Merv Griffin may be a better show creator. Alan Thicke's not creating shows.
Could you go to Blank Check? I've never heard of that.
Ooh, good title.
Yeah.
I wish Gilbert Gottfried was here to do his Alan Thicke impression.
But Springer
Different
wishes he wrote
strokes
one.
have an apostrophe. I don't get that.
By the way, did you hear Tom Hanks up for pedophilia?
What?
Yeah.
For the film?
No, everybody's he got an Oscar for diddling. No, he's up for. People are saying he's diddling kids.
No, they're not.
I swear, it's on the internet.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but
That
look
that
that
up.
real.
I don't know what the hell Mark Norman's
That's
talking about.
nonsense.
I'm not saying he diddled. I'm saying he's in hot water.
Oh, come on. No, he's not.
That's what I heard
When did you hear that?
yesterday.
Why wouldn't any of us have heard that? Tom Hanks is the biggest star in the world.
You guys aren't up on it.
Oh, it's that QAnon or something where they
Yes.
fuck with their call people pedophiles.
I think so.
There's some guy from the New York Times tweeted that.
Look at that.
Yeah, and if it's on the internet, you know,
Oh, you mean
despite
from-
claiming a couple months.
From some random website
Yep.
posted an article last November.
There
this
you go.
must be I guess there is veracity to what you're
By
saying,
Ed
Mark.
Branton. Shame on you.
People are talking. Yep.
I don't know who the hell you're talking to, Mark.
Bosom buddies.
You're getting misinformation.
Was that was all on the way to Bosom Buddies?
Yeah, I've never heard that.
I'm not saying he did it.
He put a plant in there.
Yeah. Big.
Yeah, there's like a net. Appears to be nobody saying.
What does that
he
say?
did it.
I don't know who's Chris McDonald and Mark Taylor. I don't
Well,
know.
I always trust
they-
rightwingwatch.com.org. Sorry,
Oh.
it's an
Especially-
organization.
Since this article came out these articles came out in November.
All right. Well, so you guys are really behind.
It's 2 months ago. He just got an award.
I'm glad you didn't say we're a little behind because then I'm like, ties right in.
Damn it. I fucking lost that one. How about some woman said it, I thought. I don't know who these dudes are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mark, you got to start researching, bud.
Yeah, all right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Maybe not just
Forget I brought it up. Cut that out, Trev.
believing a thing a guy told you one time and going like, "Hey, I got a radio tomorrow. This will be great."
Yeah, I've never heard that.
I'm really screwing
Yeah,
the
but it
barrel.
was on the way to Bosom Buddies. I think it's all worth the Bosom Buddies reference.
No, that was off the cuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a good show.
Bosom
Was it?
buddies?
Yeah.
I don't think you could do that now.
I mean, I don't know if it was a good show.
When I was a kid, I
No,
liked it.
that was a pretty good show.
Is that what it was?
Yeah?
My Life was the theme song, right?
Merv Griffin.
Didn't he start as a comic?
Yes,
Tom
he did.
Hanks?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did, right at the Comedy Store.
Maybe. You're thinking of Michael Keaton, maybe.
Michael
no,
Keaton
both,
definitely
but both.
started.
I think Tom Hanks also.
I don't
Tom
know.
Hanks
Then
was on-
he did Big, and he was doing
I
all
don't know
these
about
comedies, and then suddenly he's in Saving Private Ryan.
No, he did
30
Gump and
years
stuff
ago.
before then,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but he was. That's an example of somebody just starting off in comedy and then forget it. He just stopped.
yeah, this
Oh,
for
yeah.
the birds.
You know what he was good in? He did one
The
episode
Burbs
of
was really
The
funny too.
Burbs.
Yeah,
Bachelor Party.
yeah.
yeah.
do
Money
you guys
Pit.
ever see Forrest Gump?
Money Pit was.
Yeah.
in-
Mentioned
yes.
it already.
That's hysterical.
AIDS.
How about Taxi? The episode of Taxi he did. He was very funny. in.
No.
How about when he was the drunk cousin on Family Ties?
That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
He played the guy that picked up all the shit Alex Keaton spilled and knocked over.
Later, he would produce Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh.
I love on IMDb. They're like known for big.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
What a fucking IMDb page.
Oh,
Incredible.
Come on. I auditioned for Forrest Gump as the kid, but they said I was too
Stupid.
retarded.
Did you really?
Yeah, for the kid, with the braces on the legs.
Oh, to be Little Forrest?
Yeah, and I had to do a little southern accent. It was in New Orleans, so it was all they were doing a whole
So
southern
you wanted to
run.
be a little
Oh,
showbiz
yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
So why didn't you get it?
Well, I was a fat douche with a big gap in my teeth and Jerry curl.
Wow.
I was covered in piss from wetting the bed.
With a
Tiny
huge
penis.
dick. Yeah,
a little dick.
I know my brother had to be hauled in with a wheelchair because he was losing so much energy. From
I think it would
hauling
be
that-
amazing if you had a huge dick. So,
Yeah,
I
that'd
don't
be
know,
nice.
I mean,
Sure.
And everybody in your family just has a larger dick.
Maybe that is the case.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
You're like 8 inches.
Yeah. How are you packing? You're a large man.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Come on.
And it makes everything look a little bit smaller.
So you could be average, and if you're average, it's small.
Yeah.
That's-
If you're
sorry
a
to hear
large fellow, yeah, it's a teeny.
I'm sorry.
Sorry
You
about
seem
that.
like you got a large mitt. Look at that hand.
You think that's the deal?
Well, I just
Well, that's what I use.
you fist.
Yeah.
TJ Miller, tomorrow through Sunday, is going to be at Levity Live there in West Nyack, New York. You
And
go to-
not East Nyack.
No, West.
I won't fucking touch East Nyack.
I don't play.
You'll be all over
West
West.
Nyack, yeah. And then tomorrow, underwater.
What's that mean?
It's a major motion picture.
Oh,
opening
I thought you were gonna drown yourself in a tub.
Yes, I'll be killing myself underwater tomorrow.
Oh, congrats.
Kristen Stewart, me, Vincent Cassell.
Fantastic.
Tomorrow everywhere, yeah.
What's that like to be in movies?
It's fun.
Yeah?
You were the Irishman.
Yeah. You didn't say movie, though. You said
Good
movies.
point.
That is a good point.
Yeah. TJ Miller does not have a website.com. He's touring all over the place every weekend this year. He's going to be somewhere, so go check him out. Mark Norman, the same thing. He's all over the place, but starting tomorrow, he's going to be at Yuck Yucks in Vancouver. You can go to